I actually changed the name of this.
What?
I actually changed the name of the title of this one. Okay. I changed the title. It was Mystimon Hunt Battle, I think, and I changed it because of, you know, current events.
Mm. It is what it is.
Let's see if I can get through this without crying.
No. Don't want that.
Yeah, well, if it does come to that, just know that you have, 10 shoulders to cry on, even though 2 of them are temporary.
What does that mean?
What? What?
Oh!
Oh.
I have no idea what Twilight said.
I was just saying, like, if it does eventually come to you crying, just know that there are, I think, 10 shoulders here for you to cry on, even if 2 of them are temporary.
Yeah, Elle, I really want you to know it's been an absolute honor having you here.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. Thanks, everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been fun hanging out. Being the silly little goblin guy with you.
I'm the statue covering and moss as everyone leaves and arrives and leaves and arrives.
And
hey man, I'm planning to stick around as long as I can.
Say that like everyone.
I am truly looking forward to continuing to work on this world with you behind the scenes.
Behind the scenes.
Oh no!
What?
No.
Don't worry, Shadow. I'll hunt down more and more punishing madness rolls just for you.
No! Exactly. That's what I'm scared of.
No.
Because that's what she is best at.
No. Oh.
Yeah.
I'm also good at being
Yeah,
very,
actually,
very
she's-
chaotic.
Behind the scenes.
Yeah, actually, she is talented in a great many things.
Yeah.
Including data entry.
Absolutely.
Speaking of, I do think the spirit spell list, I think I mentioned this before, I do think the spirit spell list has been fully, like, updated and linked.
Thank you. And you will notice that I mentioned this to you in PM. We got World Anvil back. We got everything back up and running there. And L, your author permissions there have been restored with then some.
Yay.
Because now I have given you co-owner permissions.
Oh.
Certainly shows
Okay,
up
I
the third
lied.
level link
Spirit
for
spell list
spirits.
didn't. Yeah.
I was like,
didn't
I will go and test your
say.
claims.
Yeah, I'm so mad.
Oh
So
no,
mad,
did
'cause
you
I
do all that work
100%
and it
finished
didn't get
this.
saved?
I
Oh,
did.
no.
I 100% did. Okay, well.
So
I
you
am-
forgot to click the save button?
For what it's
I
worth,
100% clicked
9th
the
and
save
10th
button.
level are now added in.
Yeah, because I went back because when I finished it, so the first time I did it all and it didn't save. Second time I did it, I lost patience and started from the bottom. Because I was like, maybe if I change the order in which I'm doing it, it'll save properly. And I thought I had done it properly, and it hadn't.
Yeah.
Anger. Flames on the
Unfortunate.
side of my face.
And then
I am
Arnold
sorry, I
Schwarzenegger
will,
comes in. You need to chill out.
Elle, I will go have a
No,
very-
this
very
isn't. This
stir-
is. It's not even. Honestly, it's probably my connection, or probably something on my computer's end, or the way that I was doing it. I might have had like 2 windows open in Foundry or something, and I'm sure it was user error. Sigh.
User error.
User
Mm.
error.
might have been
It's always user error.
Um,
Have I tried
still.
turning it off and then back on again?
Still, I could go have some stern words with the people at Foundry and the PF2e system.
Lol.
Angrily written letter.
They'll take one look at your massively homebrewed game and be like,
Yeah.
this ain't your first problem, bud.
They'll be like, you mean your custom spell list isn't working? But our spell list works fine?
Put that loop.
They take a look at it. Did you try turning it on and off again?
That's so weird.
I would like to go try and turn Pathfinder 2e off and then turn it back on again. Reboot the system.
I just want to get the Conjure Void Terror focus spell. I want it.
Huh?
There's a focus spell that I've stared at every time I open the spell list called Conjure
Huh?
Void Terror. And I want to get my grubby hands all over it.
No! Don't! Don't give them ideas! Listen, I never want to have punishment for my actions. Smile.
Wait. Oh! It
These
does
are my
work.
actions.
Okay. So if you access the spirit spell list from the subfolder in the journal, it's up to date.
That's
That's it.
weird.
I have to
Because
relink
that's
it.
where I
I
did
have
it.
to redo. I have to relink it. I have to. I have to actually
Okay,
put it.
Such a relief. No wonder I was losing my mind, because I was probably opening it in multiple places from like multiple
Yeah,
places and
yeah.
being like, it's gone.
That's very funny.
Yeah, I have to actually relink it or something. I believe I have to
Ah.
refresh because it's linked to the one in the player folder in the player compendium. I have to
Yeah.
refresh that one.
That explains why
Yeah,
you
so the-
said like you had up to a certain level. And I was like, there's only up to like level 3 here. And you're like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
So
Well,
if you
this
go
is-
into the journal and you open the Mystimon Saga folder and then you open the color spell lists, the
One of them is done.
spirit spell
I-
list is fully linked.
Okay.
I tell you,
Thank you for your work.
3rd level.
Thank you,
Thank you, even
absolutely,
though it's in the
Elle,
wrong
for
I
place.
don't know.
everything. Elle, thank you for everything. Everything you have done.
Oh, you're welcome.
How much back pay have you earned at this point?
Yeah.
A lot. I'm
Yeah.
gonna be suing for unpaid
Yeah,
wages.
understandable.
Oh,
No wonder you need
I've
to
just
take a
been,
break.
I've been
I get
talking
it.
with my lawyers, and we're trying to figure out whether we need to bring the suit in Washington or in California.
Well, if you need fellow people to go on strike, just let me know.
Okay. Let's get to it, shall we?
yeah.
Photosynthesis, let's get into this. Master flight and conservation of energy.
Photosynthesis.
What?
Stop, collaborate,
It's a-
and listen.
Yeah.
What?
It's genuinely
Everybody
it's a
else
song
on this
that's-
call is too young to understand that reference.
I
Oh,
know.
I
Look,
mean-
I grew up in high school. My
No.
biology teacher played that song literally every day for the
How
year I was
No.
in her class, and it's stuck in my head forever.
how old is you guys? Because I'm 26.
Man.
I'm
21.
38.
Oh,
29. No.
30.
35.
whoa!
Wait, am I the youngest one here?
Yes, we've
Yeah,
already.
what the f-
You
established
are
that.
baby.
How
You
old
are
are
the
you?
child.
Are you? How old are they?
Lucky 21.
They're 21.
Mm.
No.
Yeah, I
I'm
didn't
young.
realize you
Like,
In
guys.
November of
Yeah, I thought you guys
2006.
were like in your later 20s. Dang.
Okay,
Well,
let's
dang.
get into it, guys. Let's start this,
Yippee!
and hope I can get through this without crying. I have to say, I've never actually teared up like this when anyone has left the game. I never.
Gonna be okay. You've got lots of great players.
It's
Yeah.
gonna be
I'm-
okay.
bro,
Yeah.
I'm
And
one
more
of them.
characters than
I'm one of them.
Yeah.
I don't think.
Yeah, but you were one of the best. I would actually hazard to say the best.
I refuse that. I refuse that because there's lots of great people here, most of whom understand Pathfinder better than I do, and all of whom
I'm not on
are
that list.
continuing to play and have wonderful characters, and I'm excited to listen and hear everybody explore their characters in future episodes that I can
Say
listen to
that.
on demand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You say that while
I'm so
while I
excited to
destroyed
hear-
everything.
I'm so excited to hear our little Gerblin fall under the sway of the Yellow King
Mods, ban them.
and
Mods,
destroy
ban them.
cities.
Well, we'll have to go against you and fight you if you turn evil.
Okay. Let's get with it. Let's get into it.
Every time you say "let's get into this," I'm gonna think of the photosynthesis.
Oh my God. Aloha. Welcome back to Mystimon Saga. This is Mystimon Saga Hidden Archives, a Pathfinder 2nd Edition actual play. I am your host, GM Seth. I also go by Seth R. Mitchell, and I am the writer and creator of this vast world. Today, I am once again joined by... Start us off.
Oh, I'm playing Soma, the Alopeke Witch.
Greetings, I am Binary. I play Bastille, the previously summoner, now necromancer, and Qualdramania Zerixilver, the Gola Guardian.
Hello, I'm Shadow. I play the rogue Goblorin. Yeah, and who was a gunslinger, and I also play Ami Aotos, the Galvarin Runesmith.
Hello, everybody, and everything in between. I am Twilight, and I'll be playing as Adolin, the Galvarin Witch Wolf, which has been one hell of a time.
Hello. I am Ducky, and I play Willow, a Wakan summoner.
When we last left our investigators, Bastille and Aimee, you just got done in this. You were just in this big match, tag teaming against the Vrock Vlorsting the Mutilator. And very true to his name, I'll tell you that. And with all the others up in the stands, cheered you on, when suddenly the arena was attacked by a swarm of Skulms, skeletal creatures. And they all had this layer of rime or frost covering their bones. You finished taking down all of these Skulms. And the announcers announced that the games will continue, and the next event will be the Mystimon Hunt Battle Triathlon. And that is where we will start things off. It is the next day. It is now the 14th of Endora. It is about 7:39 a.m. Start us off. What are you all doing this morning?
Mine.
Well, I do have a question.
Sure.
Is I may stay at the same hotel? Like, is that the only hotel?
There are many hotels in the city of Evergreen City, but the Wilted Tree happens to be one of the most popular.
Yeah, so I mean, he's probably chilling there, waking up, resetting the rune on his hat, so that way it's back to having the monster face now.
Cauldron would be, if he didn't the day before, after the fight, repairing his shield to get it back up to full.
All right.
As
What
far
is-
as Bastille, probably checking the status of the tournament, but he did win.
Yes.
It's fine.
We
Yes.
won! We won!
Nah, I did most of the
We-
fighting.
Okay. Okay.
I am bleeding.
You're what?
It says Willow is bleeding.
Willow's
Oh,
bleeding?
yeah.
Willow shouldn't be bleeding. Heal that up.
Yeah, because
Okay.
you've got long rested now,
Okay.
since it is the next day.
Alright, that reminds me, yeah. I guess Rat would be busy taking out Ida to go get some armor, because we realized that she doesn't have any armor.
No armor.
She got slapped around a lot. It was like,
Hey,
Not necessarily something that needs addressed right now. Small note: don't forget to give us XP.
Yes. I was meaning to do that this week, but, you know, things going on had my mind in a jumble.
I fought those things. I want to see those numbers going up. These are rookie numbers.
one day we'll level up binary.
I'll get on it.
Like 13th level gives me 7th level spells for Bastille. Of course I want to level up.
One day it'll just happen. You don't even know it.
So what is Soma doing this morning?
Soma is casting Read Omens to get a get a peek into the quick question. The Mystimon Hunt, where's the location of it?
It is going to be taking place in a 10-mile radius around Evergreen City. So basically anywhere within a 10-mile radius around the city. That includes the primal wood. That includes the
Oh,
other
Okay,
the
it
rest
does
of the
include the
forest and
primal wood.
around there, and the ocean.
All right, then yes, I am.
were we
Yes,
told
so
the roles in game yet?
The what?
Oh, I was just wondering if we were told about like the roles yet in game. For
Rolls or
that.
rules?
Rules
Uh,
for like
you haven't
the
been.
hunt
Oh, the rules for the Mystimon Hunt. No, you haven't
game.
been told that yet.
Okay.
So, you peek into the future, Soma. Choose a particular goal or activity you plan to engage within 1 week, or an event you expect might happen within 1 week. You learn a cryptic clue or piece of advice that could help with a chosen event, often in the form of a rhyme or omen. So, you're focusing on the Mystimon Hunt.
yes.
Okay. Often in the form of a rhyme or omen. So, Soma, you feel a coldness and see darkness all around you. You feel very cold. It's almost as though someone opened the window and it was all of a sudden the middle of winter. But it is still the middle of autumn. That is your omen.
Brr. Okay, I'm also gonna cast Mystic Armor on myself then.
You ward yourself with a shimmering magical energy, gaining a +1 item bonus to AC and a maximum dexterity modifier of +5. While wearing mystic armor, you use unarmored proficiency to calculate your AC. Alrighty then. Awesome.
I actually don't know if I need that because I have. Does that stack with my Shadow Explorers with the rune on my clothing?
It stacks
Uh,
with the item bonuses. Oh, sorry.
So item
No.
bonuses do stack?
Item bonuses do not stack. They do not.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Then
Like for example,
I don't need this spell.
Item
sorry.
bonuses will stack with circumstance bonuses or another type of bonus. You cannot stack more than one of the same type of bonus.
Yeah, okay.
So
okay.
You will
I
get
knew that
the-
was true of circumstance and the other one, but I didn't know if that was not true of item bonuses. Okay, then I
Yes.
don't actually need this.
Okay.
Ignore that.
All right.
Useful spell, but I'm wearing clothing.
Yep. You're wearing good clothing.
I've got a very nice little jacket on. Anyways, cool. Did we have a chance yesterday to examine the Skulms after the fight?
If you want to retro say that you did, we can go ahead and go ahead with that. Make me a perception check. What are you trying to determine about the Skulms?
I'm trying to figure out what kind of magic was controlling them. Or what kind of, like,
All right.
basically that, like, rhyme of frost.
Okay, that is going to be an Arcana check. because you're
Ooh, I'm
trying-
real bad at this.
you're trying
Can
to
I enlist
determine
Aime?
magic.
Not
I feel like
list
Aime's good at that.
Let me double check.
Or somebody else who's
Bastille
good at
is good at that.
Arcana. Bastille, come help me.
Very,
Oh, I got a
Very well.
21 to that.
Aime has
Right.
plus
Question.
21.
Plus 20.
Aime is probably
Bastille
one
is
of the best
plus
here.
23.
I'm gonna
Oh,
roll to see
hey.
if I can help you.
Yeah,
Oh, actually, Bastille. Yeah. Go
Yeah.
for it, Bastille.
Yeah, he's smart.
Let's see.
Is it worth me rolling to try and aid you? Because I just have a plus 5. I don't know if I
wait,
can
does-
hinder.
probably not worth it.
I can
Okay,
have
not
Rat
gonna.
try to roll. I have a 22 on Rat.
Watch it being.
Ooh.
Oh, never mind.
I
Doesn't
think
need
we're
assistance.
42.
Well, nat 19.
I know everything.
Soma
Yeah.
squats down next to one of these collapsed piles and kind of pokes at it with a what are they called, the those little like wands that people use to read like Ouija boards. There's a word for them and I can't remember what it is, but like pulls one like out of her hair and pokes at it and then looks up at Bastille and says, Bastille, Bastille,
yeah,
do you know what's going on
Bastille-
with these?
Truly looks down at the sculpt and like the Pokédex, just like sculpt and proceeds with whatever we are
That's
about to be
good.
told.
That's good.
All right. So, Bastille, you actually rolled a critical success. Critical successes don't just happen on a 20 on the die or a 1 on the die in this game. They can happen if you exceed the DC by 10 or more. And you exceeded the DC by more than 10, if I can tell you that. More than 10. So this is what you know, Bastille. You know all the things about what is going on with these skulms, with these bones. And as you examine these bones, you immediately turn to the others and say, you immediately determine the undead kings had something to do with this. The undead kings are back.
That
Shall I
sounds
announce this
good.
for everyone else?
Okay. You announce for everyone else. The
No,
undead
he asks
kings
if he should.
should you? That's up to you.
He's asking the group.
Announce to whom? Like to everybody?
Like right
Gestures
public,
to
I'm
the like
assuming.
scattered arena folk.
Let's not to like the screaming people running out of
Correct.
the
Correct.
Yeah, absolutely. We
I'm
don't want to
gonna-
start a panic any more than has already occurred here.
Yeah, let's go bring this to Crystal before we bring this to anybody else.
Red looks
Yes,
up at both Oh, God.
Go
Very well.
ahead, Aime.
Yeah, Red looks up both at Bastille and someone's just like, are you sure it's a good idea to keep knowledge like this hidden? Would it be nice to have like the greater public be more safe?
I point at the screaming people, like someone has just like a tiny old lady has just been knocked down a flight of stairs by a guy who's like running out of the running out of the
Yeah.
thing screaming. And I'm like, I don't think now is the best
I
time.
don't think
Oh,
y'all are the
if
best
That is a fair
person.
point, but we
If
at
I
least
may
gotta
pull
te-
from something that actually happened to me on 4th of July, someone's uncle is yelling, "Save yourselves," while a different mother is grabbing the children while they're running because he has decided not to help with the situation at all.
Oh no.
No.
This is what
I guess
happens
you-
when people are panicking. People
I mean, it's a
basically
fair
turn
point.
into wild animals.
Yeah, true.
So,
I have questions that I would need to ask of the archer that aided us before I can go.
Sarah, you want
Yes.
to ask questions of Sarah. You did learn at the end of the last session. You did learn as you accompanied Sarah to talk with her cousin Aranel. You learned that Aranel is a necromancer herself, and you also learned that she started delving into the black arts because she is not adept with the white arts. She can't use white magia at all. And you also learned that Aranel was in the past an assassin. She's not anymore. And she quit being an assassin because her last job, she was hired by a mysterious man in a black cloak with a hood on, who called her by name, what she said was absolutely bizarre to her and really creeped her out because she went by an alias. She always went by an alias. No one should have known her name. But this man called her by her full name, Aranel Ariane. And she was hired to go to the Quartica Islands to assassinate the Kuna Abraive. And she succeeded in killing the Kuna Abraive. And she was almost caught. She was almost caught by by a group of adventurers. And she managed to get away mostly because one of them bumbled it up and followed the wrong trail. And you actually had that same memory, but still, as we now have learned that you actually have the memories of a Saurus named Barzawa and Sarah's sister, Carii. We learned that last time. Go ahead.
Clarify, because the last time it was described, the group of adventurers had been also hired to take out Aranel by Xulgoth. Is that still the case?
No, that was not the case.
Okay. And then what was the name of the other one? Because I had taken notes, but they didn't save on them.
Barzawa was the name of the...
No, that's the Saurian. The other one I saw.
Carii.
The one who cut off a head.
The one who cut off a head? What do you mean?
Yeah, with the samurai sword sort of deal.
That was the person who killed Morpheus.
That was
Marzawa.
Marzawa.
The person who...
That was Marzawa.
Oh, okay. That was Marzawa as well. Okay. I thought that was somebody else.
Carii was the person who died in the battle with all of the undead.
Yeah, she died in the Battle of
The first one.
Okay.
And Carii used a bow as well. And she was actually even better with the bow than even Sarah. So
I would like to ask Sarah about this Carii and Marzawa.
Okay. What would you like to know?
I would like to know why I'm seeing visions from them.
Wait, you're seeing visions of my sister?
primarily Marzawa, but vaguely, yes.
That is
Well,
so
it
weird.
is
She
not of Marzawa and Carii. It is like I am looking through their eyes.
That is so weird. Carii died right in front of me at the Battle of Konaset. We were out scouting ahead and she right in front of me, a resin came up behind her and stabbed her through the back. She was dead almost instantly.
Correct.
I've never gotten that image out of my head. And you can see her really starting to tear up there. And then she shakes her head. Marzawa was the one who killed Morpheus. And I had actually just learned that he was murdered. Like, sometime before the games. I don't know. I don't know exactly when he was murdered. I just before we arrived here in Evergreen City, I had learned that he was murdered. I don't know exactly when, but he was really flamboyant and kind of sarcastic. I didn't really know him too well. I've heard that you contain like a bunch of spirits. My sister's spirit is in there?
I do not know.
I need some time. And she walks off, heading into the forest.
The
Probably-
forest where Xulgoth is?
No.
Okay.
Probably a
Just making
forest that
sure.
Elle knows. Yeah. So, what are you all doing now?
Yeah. So May has his like little monster hat on now, so he's gonna go out in town and check out to see like how things are going. And Rat would probably take Ida out to get armor. If that's okay with you, Twilight?
Yeah, it's like that would be very much appreciated considering how she has little to no defenses outside of like shield.
The Skulms are corpses still, yes?
Yes.
They were people and therefore had the capability of things like, say, speech.
Yeah. You've when awakened, yes, absolutely, they do.
Cool. I'm a cast Talking Corpse on a skull.
You're going to cast Talking Corpse on his skull.
Huh?
That's okay.
You grant the target corpse the semblance of a life, which it uses to speak the answers to 3 questions posed to it. The spell calls on the physical body's latent memories rather than summoning back the deceased spirit, so the corpse must be mostly intact for the spell to function. You'll be mostly intact, sort of.
I'm sure we can find one of them in here that was basically intact.
But they're all mostly piles of bones. So they could be made mostly intact. The more damage the corpse has taken, the more inaccurate or patchwork its answers are. And it must have a throat and mouth to speak at all. But I will make an exception for Skulms.
Probably do one of the champions since they were sturdier.
Yeah. There were also a bunch of Skulms that just collapsed into a pile of bones at the end of the battle. So you can also look at those. The corpse can actually attempt a will save to resist answering.
Yep. So should it attempt a will save at any point, that'll be DC 31.
Alrighty.
Can you resist something if you're being controlled by magic, but you collapse into like a pile of bones afterwards? So
That's a very good question.
how are you resisting?
That's a very good question. Let's find out. So, you cast Talking Corpse on a pile of bones that was once a Skulm.
Who raised you?
This pile of bones rises up into... all the bones just go all the way back into place. And
To clarify, who previously resurrected you before me?
And the Skulm is going to make a...
A will save immediately?
Yeah. Let's see. I have to go back here. Pick a Skulm. Pick a Skulm. Any Skulm. Let's go find one. Okay. So for some reason, it wants me to select a target first. 32. With a success,
Story points to
target-
make them reroll?
What?
Success.
I forget, can we use story points to make them reroll?
L?
Feels too easy.
Oh no!
It feels too
To-
easy.
To force another creature to reroll rather than yourself rerolling.
What? Let's see. Roll anvil. I will cut this out in the podcast.
Oh, you need to spend 2 to have the GM
You need to
reroll.
spend 2 to.
Yeah.
Anyone want to share one?
All right.
I'll share one.
Okay.
Oh,
I'll share one because I would have used Nudge Fate if I could, but that's not how Nudge Fate works.
I appreciate it.
Reroll
if you
and keep
need
the
one
new
later.
result. It failed.
Yeah!
Turned into a failure. The target must answer truthfully, but its answers can be brief, cryptic, and repetitive. It can still mislead you or attempt to stall so that the spell's duration runs out before you can ask all of your questions. What is the spell's duration? 10 minutes. Okay. So, ask your question again.
Who resurrected you previous to me?
The kings. The kings. The kings.
How many kings are back?
The kings.
has to answer truthfully. Even if he can be cryptic, that's not an answer to the
Or
a number.
repetitive.
But that's not an
That
answer
is
to a
true.
number.
It is
It still has to be
The
truthfully,
truth,
even if it's repetitive.
technically.
But, I mean, Bastille's
But then
asking
we-
for a number here,
Oh,
specifically.
a number.
1.
I thought you said
1.
1.
1 is the loneliest number.
All right, man. You deserve a story
Who
point.
just saw that coming?
I thought that was good.
To verify, did he say 1 3 times or 2 times?
You said 1 and then started singing.
Okay. Okay. I was just making sure in case he was trying to vaguely answer it by saying 1, the number of times that a number of times equal to the amount of kings that were back.
1 was repeated thrice, so.
1.
But also the kings was repeated 4 times. So
Yeah.
we're at 2 to 4 kings.
Or just 1.
Well, no, because kings was plural.
Kings
I
was
was about to
plural,
say,
but
this is-
he's
Like,
also
this
not.
is feeling this is feeling like a really bad poker joke, but I don't know where this is going.
We have one final question we can ask.
Yes. What is
Got
your
one?
question?
Well, that's why I'm asking if anyone else has one before. If nothing else, I can ask like where they are, but I figure ask it. Just in case.
I mean,
And we asked
try
like
to.
how, or maybe, or why, and how. I don't know. It's like
Willow wants to ask why they're back.
no, I was just thinking maybe we could ask like why they were sent.
Possible.
That's probably
No.
not an answer that it has, though.
Yeah, because it has to be something it knows. It's not going to know the knowledge of the kings themselves.
Yeah.
What were you saying, Rat? Shadow?
What's up? Oh yeah,
You were saying something.
yeah. I was just saying that. Well, maybe we could try to get a question to like get them to answer it. You know, I forgot what that word is called. Like, no matter what you say, they will always have to say the truth. Like how, like, yeah.
We know they have to
God.
answer the truth because they failed the spell.
Though the answers may be cryptic, repetitive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, we have to pick an answer where they can't, where it's so like vague. They have to be like honest.
Yeah,
You know what I
that's
mean?
why I'm not going for like overly complicated questions. Why like the second that question was just how many was. It's hard to complicate simplistic answers.
Yeah, I guess another third question would be why. Just ask why.
I think where might get us in a better location than
Yeah.
why.
Yeah, where or why? One of
Wondering,
those
like,
things.
maybe.
So, Marita, any
where
suggestions
where they came.
before we
Where-
decide?
Not really, because I merely have no idea how to handle a display undead speech thingamajig. This is merely the first time I've seen someone actually use this spell.
You gotta talk
what-
to your corpse buddies.
It's a fun spell.
Yeah.
I was about to say, like, I'm in a Bloodlords game and I haven't seen the spell be used.
We're in an investigation game. Of course I'm going to take the spell that lets you talk to the body.
Like, this is some Baldur's Gate 3 level shenanigans.
This is totally normal fantasy TTRPG shenanigans.
Yeah.
What do we know of the undead kings?
great
That
question.
is a great question. Make me an occultism check or a society check, because this is definitely history.
Anybody can make this check,
Yeah.
or just the okay.
37 for Soma.
Mm.
I do my occultism one if I bring some.
Oh, yeah, I'll do society since you guys got
35
occultism.
for Ada.
No, that's
Rat gets a
I
27. Rat doesn't know anything.
no. I got a
take
story point.
You're going to
Go ahead.
story point it. Story points is
I
what we call hero points
saw.
here.
I saw a nat 20. My soul
Oh.
disappeared into my
And
body.
Rat's
Still is-
27 turned into a 30, and we have 33 for Willow.
So Bastille specifically is going to take a -2 to this check. Because then not only will I be able to recall basic knowledge, but I can recall esoteric.
Okay.
So anything that might not even be regular.
Right. 30 for Cauldra.
-2.
People watching or listening, don't at me about recalled knowledge checks having to be private.
It's our game. We get to.
I do this for entertainment purposes.
It's our game. We like to have fun here.
It's mainly because not see these checks here, they're like blank, and not hearing the results it's no fun to people. No fun.
Yeah.
So 28 for Bastille. So let's see. Soma had the best roll here. Second best was Ada. So actually, Soma, you actually happen to roll a critical success.
Yay.
So here's what Soma knows. Soma, you know all of everything that went down in the Battle of Conisset. You read all about it. And you know that the Tribunal had teamed up with another adventuring party from Olympus. And they actually traveled all the way to central Atlantia, tracking down Brazius, the leader of the Undead Kings at the time. Well, the rest of the Undead Kings were preparing to attack Conisset. And everyone seemed to have a false memory. Everyone seemed to have this memory of So Ada was actually at the Battle of Conisset. Ada has the Battle of Conisset survivor background. So Ada knows all about this too. Ada knows some of it anyways.
Yes, some of it, not entirely all of it, because let's just say that the years have not been kind to memory.
Yes. The years have not been kind to memory. So, continuing on. Ada, you actually remember distinctly 8 of the Undead Kings being there. There were 9 Undead Kings. You distinctly remember there being 8 there at the Battle of Conisset, with the 9th, Brazius, being somewhere in central Atlantia. But now, after having several conversations with Sarah and with Crystal, you've learned that that was actually a false memory. There wasn't 8 there, there were 7. One of the Undead Kings was not there. That one was Demios. Demios, it would appear, was somewhere else at the time. And now you know that the spirit of who was once Demios got redeemed, and her real name was Daphne. And she has now been reincarnated as a ghost star with a great deal of guilt over everything she had done as Demios.
And she's currently in my ghost trap thing, right?
Ghost
spirit remnant, spirit
Eh.
dwelling. That's what it's called, not ghost trap.
Not really. Ghost, I believe you actually let her out.
I did, but you wouldn't let me collect anymore, which I thought meant that she was just hanging out in there.
No, she hangs around you mostly. She hangs around you. She hangs around the party, mostly you. She feels like a kinship with you, Soma.
Well, if anything, this is sounding more and more like a storybook as the days go by. Admittedly, I'm all for.
So, that is what you know about the Undead Kings. That is what you know.
With my, because I think I got a success, just not a critical success, but with esoteric lore involved, would I get anything extra from that or no? And
Esoteric, for esoteric lore,
just the actual experience.
your wandering studies mean you have heard rumors or theories about almost every topic, though admittedly your sources aren't always the most reliable. You could take a -2 penalty to your check with to recall knowledge with esoteric lore, to recall knowledge about any topic, not just the usual topics available for esoteric lore. Additionally, when you succeed at your check to exploit a vulnerability, compare the result of your esoteric lore check to the DC to recall knowledge. So you actually picked up Thaumaturge, the archetype.
Correct. That's the background that both Old Bastille and.
Yeah. Okay, so what you know is you actually heard a rumor that you heard a really weird rumor. This one just kind of sticks out in your mind, that the tribunal, this adventuring party that Sarah and Crystal used to know, had actually captured an undead king and brought it back to their base for reasons unbeknownst to you or anyone. Nobody can explain why. Even Crystal has absolutely no idea why they did this. It seems like the stupidest thing you could possibly do. But
do I know if they kept it alive?
They did, because only because they couldn't kill it at the time. At the time, up until the Battle of Conisset, here's one other thing that you know, and this is what someone knows too. Up until the Battle of Conisset, the Undead Kings were immortal. They couldn't be killed at all. They had a sort of invulnerability that made them invulnerable to any attacks. But somehow the tribunal managed to capture one of the Undead Kings, and because they couldn't kill it, they brought it back to their base and kept it. The way it was explained to Crystal and Sarah, they kept it as a pet. For reasons unbeknownst to you.
Okay.
Nobody can explain why.
I wonder if they still got it.
No, they don't.
No. Okay.
Because as would obviously seem to be the case, it was a very, very bad idea. It was a terrible idea.
What could go wrong?
Yeah, what could go wrong? The undead king in question got out of its restraints and stole a book that they had in their possession at the time. That book happened to be the Necromivore. So as you can imagine, the tribunal doing this left a big plot hole that I had to fill in. So thank you, Corey, and whoever else from those days is listening. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Oh, once again, calling all the older players. SMH. I'm just joking.
Yeah, I have to in this case.
Oh, yeah, I knew that was the case as soon as you talked about Cashmere. Like, because I know that the Tribune is like an old party.
Yeah. From seasons 1 to 6.
So that is another option of someone we could ask. The tribunal.
And you also know that the undead king in question who they captured was named Graven. His name was Graven. And here's something really interesting. Graven's powers... Each of the undead kings had their own unique powers. Like, Demios's powers revolved around illusions. Demios could create illusions. Graven's powers, according to Crystal and Sarah, were frost-based.
Oh.
So there's your.
So for our final question, we could ask what powers beyond necromancy the undead kings displayed. As a potential question.
Or perhaps, which other undead kings besides Graven is back? Like, maybe get him off guard a little.
Maybe we just say name all undead kings currently alive. Currently unalive.
You know, re-undead.
Yeah. Currently, re-undead is better.
Okay. Thank you. I now have to go look that up. Thanks. Absolutely thanks. I love it. I believe that's actually going to be under here. I think.
Or again, there is still the where.
Here is all of the names of all of the undead kings. You know of Brazius, Graven, Archon, Ezekiel, Mordecai, Demios, Mephisto, Vimos, and Baal. Brazius and Demios are gone.
You get those names one more time for notes.
Okay. Brazius, Graven, Archon, Ezekiel, Mordecai, Demios, Mephisto, Vimos, and Baal. Brazius and Demios are gone.
Well, that leaves quite the list of ones still around, apparently.
Yeah.
Or
Someone should really deal with
potentially
those.
still
Someone should really deal with those. Perhaps the hidden archives.
Those guys are
No.
nerds.
We investigate mysteries. We don't deal with undead kings. That's a
To quote
bit above our pay grade. We've barely gotten paid as is.
to quote Soma, we investigate weird shit.
This is weird shit.
Yeah, exactly.
No, this is catastrophic. There's a difference.
Ah.
And what Xulgoth is doing is not.
Well, sometimes it's just a silly guy.
Just a little guy.
Oh my gods. You guys.
Like providing me this vampro I need to bond with.
Bro. Dude, it's gonna be a sad day when you give that back.
Go for
Well,
it.
that's why I'm
Go
gonna
f-
try
go
and
for
try
it.
and bond with it.
Try to imprint it. Go for it. Right now.
Just in case he never did.
Make
Listen,
it all
I can
try.
have- I can help you with that.
Yeah.
That's an occultism check, correct?
It can be, yes.
Okay,
So
great.
this is going to be an imprinting activity.
Sure is.
You need to gain a total of 5 imprint points.
All right.
Can any of us aid him?
You could. Be like, hey, he's a great guy. Please go with him.
You know what? Yeah.
Yeah.
Would nature work as well, or is it just occultism?
For this type of creature, it's occultism.
Got you. Here's my aid check.
Okay.
Okay.
37. That is a +2 to aid because you critically succeeded.
All right, there you go. Radish can be like, yeah, my pal Bastille
Hey,
over
it's-
here.
Uh,
Pretty cool.
And I'm gonna-
like him.
Cast guidance. I might not need it for this one, but just in case I do need it, I've got it ready.
Remember, if you fail, there's a resistance point. So failing is
Yeah.
horrifying.
Yeah, if you fail, it gets 1 resist point. If you critically fail, it gets 2 resist points.
You gotta get whichever gets 5 first. You either succeed or lose. So it's like
Okay. So that is with the +2 from Rat. That is 36. You also cast guidance.
I did. I can choose when to use it. That is including the +2, unfortunately. So I will use the guidance to make that 30.
Okay, so 34,
35
35,
with the guidance.
35. You succeed and gain 1 imprint point.
Yes.
Would would this work with aiding?
Only 1 can aid at a time, I believe.
Okay. I was gonna ask if it's because it says like you can use your Mysterior skill. I was just wondering if you can use that like for like give it to the other person, or
No.
if it has
No,
if it's your own.
you
have
can't
to
quite
use
do
your
that.
own. No. It's like, no.
So, go
My
for it,
God.
Bastille.
So will the +2 apply to all of them, or would Ratney roll those separate?
Yeah, I think it's a separate check, so I have to
So,
roll again.
Oh.
he has to roll again.
Let's go!
Rat gets 36. Another critical success. That's a plus 2.
Nice.
Let's go!
Nice.
That's
Our
much
dice are
better.
hot!
Oh, man.
42. That is a critical success. You get 2 imprint points.
Yeah.
I thought oh wait, yeah. How many do you have?
He has 3.
Now I have 3. I need 2 more. Rat, go ahead first. Okay, I'll take the help
Tell
where I can
me,
get it.
how are you going about this? How are you approaching this Vamprawl, this giant vampire bat creature?
So, Rat's small size. Like, keep this in mind. He's probably like a tiny snack to this thing. So he's just gonna walk up to it and he's just like, "Hey, so I hear that you're kind of like being borrowed by my friend Bastille here. Well, let me tell you about the good things he's done. You see, he's a big, tall, scary man. You're a big, tall, scary, adorable monster bat. You two will work well together."
Adorably.
Bastille is trying to tempt the Vamprawl with the idea of infinite hunting treats, which is to say, he's using Create Thrall and just giving the Vamprawl things to bat around and kill.
Lovely. Lovely.
Yeah,
So-
on second thought, maybe I
Because
should.
he's pretty sure that's what the Vamprawl likes to do, is hunt things down.
It's a giant vampire bat.
Uh-huh.
So it'll have the time of its life.
Exactly. I
It'll
thought
have
so.
all the food it'll ever need. So that is a 31 from Rat. That is a regular success.
You just get a +1.
32.
Ew.
I mean, a 31's a regular success, so that's a success.
Yep. So that is a success. You are now at 4 imprint points.
Just need 1 more.
One more.
I got you. Listen, this is the dice. I believe a natural 20.
Nat 20.
That's
Never-
not a 20.
No.
Never mind.
That's
Never
a plus
mind.
1. That's a +1 on aid, though.
Okay.
Good.
Nat 20.
Oh,
Nat 20.
I
There
called
we
it.
go.
I foretold it.
45
I
total.
foretold it.
Woohoo.
I actually stood up and walking around my
So,
room, like
please.
with my arms out. Sorry.
Role play this one out, Bastille. Role play this one out.
So yeah, Bastille's just gonna approach the Vamprawl and be like see it still like batting at it, like one of the dead skulls, like trying to get it to move or do something because its toy has stopped moving. And Bastille is just going to summon a thrall in place of it and have it like not fully actually attack, kind of like when you're like batting at your cat to play with it, like do that to get its attention and be like,
Come with me, Vamprawl, and we will be able to hunt all of the things together. Come with me, and you can even hunt the one who you have spent so much time with, and yet he has not done as simple a thing as this.
and gently pat its head at the top.
But still, you get a story point.
Yeah!
And Rat, you get a story point for helping.
Wah! Let's go. Camaraderie. That's gonna have a big old toothy grin, and then you just realize, oh no, I just helped you get a giant vampire. I don't know. This is a good thing, honestly.
All right. So,
At some point, Soma will get a dragon. So, like, it's probably good someone else can have one.
And I have a son.
The sun is in the sky.
No, I literally mean my son, my rat. Takes out
Ah.
Rat Jr. out of his pocket.
Man, I forgot about
I
you.
cannot believe that worked.
You're right, son.
Dude, the dice, dude. Like I said, you just gotta hope. The dice
I-
giveth.
Again, there was the very real chance it was already imprinted, so that's why I'm more surprised.
I mean, you probably yoinked it from him. It's like
Probably.
Colosseum, just the arm steel.
He's been too focused on his master manipulations and plans, hasn't given it enough attention.
Well, frankly, Vamprawl wasn't ever his favorite Mystimon. That one was the big skeleton dragon thing.
Oh my
So,
God,
you know,
dude.
Vampral's been lonely and been looking for a friend this whole time.
Don't worry, Skulldoom, you're next.
And the irony is, this is the very same Vamprawl that you fought all those months ago.
It remembered.
thought you
I
killed
have
that
showed
one.
it my strength.
It's actually. Oh, that's so. This is the dice do tell the story.
Yeah.
The dice do tell the story.
Um,
Listen to the dice. And so,
I
back to the
forgot what
next
we were
day,
doing. Oh.
as you are
Oh my God.
traveling around the city, everyone comes across a fortune teller stall managed by a gorgeous woman with long blonde hair and crystal blue eyes. I can read your futures if you would like. And she is shuffling a deck of tarot cards.
I have a very important question regarding my new Vamprawl. So as a holdover from Summoner Bastille, I have an item called the Familiar Tattoo, in which you can put a familiar's name written in runes, and that can meld into the tattoo to be carried in your skin. Can I do that for an imprinted Mystimon?
I will have to look at that.
Like a heart
later.
on your shoulder.
I'll have to look at
Vamprawl
that.
plus
Totally
Bastille
understandable if not,
forever.
but it'd be so funny if I can.
A tramp stamp that just reads Vamprawl.
And just steal it forever. But it's spelled horrifically wrong.
So I'll have to look at that at a later time.
That's fair.
Well, we'll step up cautiously. I want my fortune read.
Okay. Greetings, large one.
My name is Willow.
Greetings, Willow. It would appear you have a dear friend in terrible pain and agony, who has turned to darkness and evil.
Oh.
Your friend was wronged. You wish to save her. There is a way, but you must look past all that she has done, and your own failings. Take care, for she is in the company of a man of a twisted nature. Who is next?
Someone associated to Xulgoth.
Wow.
Who is
She's
next?
like speechless.
Is this fortune telling free?
Yes.
Yeah. Why the heck not? Tell me my fortune.
The cards tell me you are cursed, but I believe you already know that. A dark figure looms over you, one of great and terrible power. How you break this curse, I cannot say. But there is a way. But you might not like it.
And what's this way? He's gonna look around, left, right, making sure like no one's looking at him.
I cannot say. That is an answer that you will have to discover for yourself.
Okay. Thank you very much. I'm now scared to fall asleep again tonight. Just walks away.
Who is next?
Now, well, while they're talking, I would like to use detect magic. Is there any illusion magic up?
Suspicious.
I would also like to use
What?
my fortune-telling lore skill for the one and only time that it will ever be relevant, I'm sure.
Sure. What are you trying to recall knowledge
No,
about?
do Bastille first.
Okay. So Bastille, you do not detect any illusion magic.
Okay. Is there any magic at all, really, or no?
You detect a very strong source of divine magic.
Okay. Luckily, Xulgoth hates that, so chances of this being Xulgoth are very slim. But you always gotta check.
Okay. Will Bastille
I'll
approach?
Will, but I'll let the lore check go first.
Okay.
Yeah,
Go
I guess
ahead.
like watching her, you know, do I recognize her? Do I recognize the style of what she's doing? You know.
You don't immediately recognize her, but she does seem familiar to you somehow, but you don't quite know how or why. And as for the style, it seems to be a combination of reading the cards and reading the stars. So, who is stepping up next?
So, well,
Bastille?
having already Willow having already stepped up. They have a question.
Willow has a question?
Yes.
What is Willow's question?
Willow asked what the man looked like. Wants to know.
I cannot
man.
say.
50 gold says it's Xulgoth.
I have no idea who that is.
Man.
You are lucky.
You are lucky.
So, your future is scattered and many and varied. I don't see a single future for you, but many, in an odd sort of way. Very peculiar.
What are all of them?
I do not know. They are so many and scattered.
Know why you see many?
Hmm?
Do you know why you see many?
I do not. Very peculiar. I have never seen
Have
this
you?
before.
Oh, okay, that was my next question.
How about Coldra and Aime?
Yep.
sure.
And Ada?
Yeah. Twilight? Oh.
Yeah.
Would you like your future read?
I mean, we're told to at least know a potential outcome. So.
Yours is a dark one. If you continue down the path you are on, your thirst for knowledge will lead you into darkness. I suggest you turn to the light. Some knowledge is better off buried.
Okay, I'll be sure to keep that in mind. And out of character, everyone can tell that Ada's partially confused and uncertain.
Oh
So,
no.
Aime and Cauldra.
Yep.
Eldril, step up.
It would appear you are searching for someone. I cannot tell you where she is, but she is not here. She is far away from here, in a land ravaged by its past. Take heed, for all is not what it appears. I may?
You would approach. Huh. Well, it's been a while since I've seen novelties like this. Sure, why not? I'm a little interested.
All that you know, all that you believe, will be challenged in the days, months, and years ahead. Take care, for many have gone mad pursuing what you are chasing. Indeed, you are in the company of one such person right now.
I mean, would nod and then just chuckle to himself. Well, that is a fair warning. Unfortunately, I'm better than all those other researchers that have gone mad. I'll show them all.
And finally, she turns to you, Soma.
In the time that I've been watching her, have I gotten the sense that she is another shape changer?
Of a sort, you do believe that she is, but not of the same kind that you are.
I think I will sit down and smile at her across the table and say, "Hello, sister."
Hello. You have a destiny. You are chosen to guard a great power, to guard the balance. But you will do much more than that. You will protect those that you care for and that you love. You will guide a dear friend to the answers that she seeks. And you will reforge a connection you once thought lost with a beast of immense power. The winds will guide your way. They may take you far from those you care about, but one day they will lead you back. And then she pulls out a card that has on the back a peculiar pattern, and on the front is drawn a star shining brightly in the night sky, the North Star. And she hands it to you. And she says, "May the North Star and the winds ever guide your way. Know you are always welcome in the company of those you care about and who care about you. Take care." This card is a very powerful card. It has the power to rewind time by a single day, back to the start of the day. But it can only be used once, so use it wisely. And now, it is my sad duty, out of character, to announce that this is Elle's last session with us on the show. At least for now. For the dreaded beast known as Schedule Conflicts, more feared than even Hydora, has once again reared its ugly head. She may not be with us on the show anymore for a while going forward, but she will always be with us behind the scenes, continuing her work as our assistant GM and helping to make this world all that it can be. Elle, I want you to know that it has been my deepest honor having you here, and I will deeply miss having you in the game. Thank you for everything, and I look forward to continuing to work on this world with you.
Thank you, and thank all of the rest of you. Thank you for building this world, Seth, and everybody else for, playing in it with me in this time. Binary for the longest.
Yep. Miss you, buddy.
Yeah.
I'll meet you.
But it's not goodbye. She'll still be here behind the scenes.
Can't stop me from sending bad memes to the chat. Nothing can stop me.
No means.
True that.
Yes.
When you said it's an honor to play with you, like I don't know why you included me in that. I ruined everything. That's all I'm
Right?
saying.
No. You make big moves, buddy. And big moves are great. I love
I
them.
get punished for them.
And they're wonderful.
Yes.
No.
So
Hey, this is Al's moment, not yours. You have to accept whatever Al says.
Yeah, you have to listen to me.
Al is the pilot
You have to
now.
listen to me when I tell you that you make good choices.
Okay, thank you. I'll make even better choices on your absence.
Jeez, and I was about to say, if anything, us two are probably the most chaotic ones here. So if anything, I'm taking that with a stride of freaking pride.
So, let's continue. The same day, you encounter a man wearing a magician's costume. He has a mask on. This white mask with black holes for the eyes and this big, wide, black painted mouth. And he is shuffling a deck of cards. And he says, pick a card, any card.
Another one.
Seth, I'm so sorry. When you say dress like a magician, you are going to have to be more specific. Because I'm thinking circus guy again, and it is blast on sight.
Yeah, I'm thinking this is Xulgoth, like immediately.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I'm sorry.
You can absolutely make a perception check. When I say magician, I mean like a stage show magician.
Yeah.
Are you talking like
circus-
top hat
like a
and
circus
tails,
leader.
or are you talking like velvet robe with glittery stars on it?
I am talking like top hat and tails and all that shit.
Wow, another.
So go ahead and make a perception check. Rat rolls a
Someone rolled
23.
initiative, which honestly,
I want a card.
28 for Soma. 33 for Bastille.
I'm enjoying seeing all of these strange people.
36 for Aime. 31 for Coldra. 33 for Ada.
Good. Wait. Let me see. I will try.
Yes,
let me
Willow
see.
try. 26 for
Uh,
Willow.
no.
Willow has no idea. Neither does Rat.
What are you? I've never seen the likes of you before.
No, you have not. I am a friend. I am a friend, of course, of course.
Of course, of course.
Do
you?
Soma, Bastille, Aime, Holdra, Ada, you are all getting the sense. You really feel like this has to be Xulgoth playing a trick on you. And also, Soma, with your background, you recognize exactly what the deck of cards he's shuffling is.
Deck of many things.
It is the deck of many things.
Yeah!
Oh!
This sounds like a fun. This
And
like
now
a
you
fun-
might immediately guess why the woman handed you that card.
I don't get it.
Why?
Instead of that, can I grab Ada and Rat especially?
Hey, yeah, Ra's
And
gonna
just be
go
like,
up and like,
It's just
yeah, I want a
like,
card.
what
we,
is
we
it?
need to go find armor, right?
So
Go find armor.
tempted.
Everyone
Don't
Don't
make a
accept
will
cards from
save.
strange men in marketplaces.
Everyone
Oh,
make a
Just
will
like
save.
confused. Well, it's just like confused. What? Why? What? I want to draw a card. What? What is what? Why are you acting strange?
36 for Soma, 33 for Aime, 37 for
Okay.
Bastille.
What?
Oh God!
I have
Critically
Guys.
fails.
At least, guys, I'm
Oh
I
my
want to
God.
scream.
Will
I
saves?
want
What?
to
Oh my
scream.
God!
I want to
Rat
scream.
critically fails.
It's
So
like, wait,
Rat,
we're doing
I
will
want
saves?
to-
you
Like, what?
immediately draw a card.
Yep.
That's fine.
As
It's
I
fine.
assume as is Coldra.
Wait, like,
Yep.
we're doing will saves? What?
For the deck of many things.
Oh, how
Xulgoth.
do I do that?
Okay, then I'm going to use one of my soy points on that.
Come on, join us. It's fun.
How do I do a will?
Yes, I do not
Or
watch
no,
the deck
no,
of
no.
anything. I have
Okay.
used one in D&D in the past that has resulted in a plague death.
Ah,
Ah,
ew.
So I am
Fine.
going to roll a d20.
Something for this, I think. Ew. I got a 22. That can't be good.
that's a 7. Lucky sevens,
Willow,
guys, come
you
on.
failed. Ada, you succeeded. So
Freaking
7. Coldra,
Ah,
Yeah, what do I need to roll?
you
Sorry.
roll.
Just,
You draw the Flames card. A fiend becomes filled with anger, jealousy, envy, and some other
Roll
reason
me.
to despise you.
Roll something to determine which card we draw?
I rolled it.
Oh.
Its
no.
hatred for you doesn't cease until either it or you is dead. It attacks you
no.
or otherwise attempts to foil you within 1d20 days. So, a fiend really, really, really does not like you and wants you dead.
No feelings mutual.
And Rat.
Please. If it's a 1, I'm going to scream. I
I'm-
will crash out.
No.
Thank you.
One.
You know what?
you,
I'm drawing
Max.
one for Bastille.
Oh my God!
No. I have faith that
So Rat, you draw the Skull card. You must immediately battle a lesser death. If slain
what?
in battle, you can never be revived except by a deity.
ah,
Oh,
Great.
You know what,
Great.
guys? This is
Super
also my last
wonderful.
session as well.
Excellent.
God,
You
you know,
know-
what? It's been nice joining with you guys. Al, I'm going with you, man. This is my
yes,
last
I
session,
not,
guys.
You
This
still
is
heal
why I
with
gave
us,
you
but you
the
have
North
several
Star
conflicts.
card.
Now, just to clarify, the deck of many things typically has 22 cards. Is there a reason you're rolling a 1d20?
I'm rolling a 1d20 because it looks like there's 20. I didn't
Oh,
wanna
yeah,
go
no,
through-
there's 22
There's
cards.
22.
Okay.
Neat.
So,
Yeah, I was about to say, well, like, there is no escape from this. You do
I
not have
cheated that.
central conflict.
so that could genuinely slightly alter things.
added 2.
Yes, it could. So, but still, you decided you're going to draw a card.
Yes.
Bro, you
Okay.
succeeded the will save.
9.
It's like, am I one of the few people that's not going to draw a card because they know what it can do?
Gem. Gain your choice of 25 pieces of jewelry are worth 200 gold each, or 50 gems worth 100 gold each.
Money, 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 money.
I'm going to strangle something.
I'll take
Man's got wall
I'll
your
take
way.
50 gems worth 100 gold each.
I'm going to
Those-
strangle something.
Bastille
Those could
just
be
absolute, or I guess this is Coldra. So Coldra
No, this
just
is
absolutely
Bastille.
blinked
This was
out.
Bastille.
It was? Oh,
Yeah,
I thought you,
Coldra
I
was
thought you
the
were
one that drew the
re-rolling.
fiend.
Okay. I thought you were re-rolling because of the D22.
Oh, I am
Uh,
curious if
never
you're going to
mind.
reroll based on
Bastille-
that as well.
You know
Hopefully
what?
blink.
Go ahead and re-roll Coldra and Rat. I'll go ahead and do that.
Like, what in the
Actually.
fuck was that? Like, you just got to wall your way out
I'm
of
just
what?
Why you guys look so worried? I was just like, why you look so worried? I mean, I'm
No, not rerolling the wisdom save.
Oh, oopsies.
So, Rat 2, you get the Comet. If you alone defeat the next low threat or harder hostile enemy or enemies you encounter, you gain enough XP to reach the next level. Otherwise, you gain no benefit.
Yeah, I'm taking that. I love gambling. I can do this.
Oh,
Let me
God.
watch us fight Xulgoth.
He's like, you just want to
Yeah,
solo the
well, I
next
did.
enemy?
Well, I just walked
Yeah.
up. They're like,
Okay,
hey, this looks fine.
for Coldra,
Well, Coldra, you did
10.
roll the... Oh, yeah. Okay.
I re-rolled for Coldra 10. The Jester. You can either draw 2 more cards or gain 1d10 times 100 XP. The card then disappears forever.
Well, because we balance XP, would that go to everyone, or how's that going to work?
Yes, it will go to everyone.
Then I'll take the XP for everyone. Can I roll the D10?
Oh.
I just asked if I could roll the D10.
Okay, go ahead.
I did.
Roll higher than a
Right
2.
ahead.
Row, hi.
10.
We ballin'.
You gain
We ballin'.
1,000 XP each.
Yeah,
500 away from leveling up.
yeah.
Oh my
Good.
god.
This is the best. This is the
Oops.
best session ever, guys. Never mind.
Yeah, I mean, I will say, other than Coldra being like the new absolute rival of a random fiend, this seems fine. This is all going great.
No. Remember, in order for me to get any benefits, I have to like fight the next encounter by myself.
And
Yeah,
that's
but I
fine.
mean,
and
otherwise you
nothing
don't
bad
lose
happens if
anything.
you don't. Exactly.
Right.
Nothing bad happens if you don't.
Right.
Something good happens if you do.
Well,
Yeah,
it's
so
just
if
Listen, I
anything,
got
it's like a
this.
side objective, if anything.
well,
Yeah,
it's
I
just
got
like,
this.
hey. Well, it's just thinking, hey, I'm sure the next one will be great.
Okay, so any more cards?
I'm busy
Yeah,
adding my.
So question. Does the magician
added
look
the XP.
upset or happy?
Oh no, I'm adding my 50 gems currently. Thank you. So I'll be a little bit busy.
I thought Willow failed, so wouldn't that mean that they drew a card?
Willow
Card.
failed.
Oh yeah, you're
Yeah, I thought they failed.
Yeah, Willow draws a card too.
They got a
I
22.
thought they succeeded? Question mark.
I got a 22. That was
Willow
a big-
draws a card.
Oh,
Number 12.
instantly dies.
Oh my god.
it would be
Night.
really
A
funny.
palace
how-
guard arrives and swears unfailing loyalty to you, Willow.
Oh, what a rhyme!
Who?
What a rhyme!
A palace
Willow
guard.
gets a minion.
What a rhyme!
A guard.
A guy.
This is great. Absolutely top tier. Absolutely top tier encounter with a deck of many things. Let's leave before someone gets trapped in a gem.
No.
Hey,
Listen, our
Does
mission.
Ida want to draw one? Ida
Yeah,
hasn't
we're
drawn
missing
one
is
yet.
Ida and Soma now.
I was about to say,
Ida and
I will
Soma.
still say no because I have messed
Gambling,
with
I love gambling.
Soma, you're going to be gone for who knows how long. You got to take this chance.
Yeah. You know what? Ame draws a card as well. Let's do
Like
it.
I was about to say,
I was
like
just
I was
like,
about to like
hello,
just
welcome
like just
to the group. Welcome to the group.
2.
Better-
Comet. So
That's same
Ime
as
draws the
Rafi.
comet. The same one.
They both have to.
I mean, Rat like rock'em sock'eming it out to see who can fight the next thing they encounter.
Absolutely.
Come on, Soma.
It turns out your characters were the next low threat or harder hostile enemy you encountered all along.
Dude, yeah.
Somebody can roll an occultism check.
I got you.
Yeah, sure.
That's a 13.
Let's see what Foundry says it is. So we have 34 from Aime, 29 from Soma, 29 from Ada, 43 from Bastille, 28 from Rat. Bastille?
Oh, is this for everyone?
Yes.
Oh, I guess.
Yes.
22 from Willow. Willow is completely distracted with the cards right now.
Another 22.
Or rather with the palace guard that's just shown up and is kneeling in front of them,
Hello.
raising their sword up to Willow.
Oh,
You're the most amazing thing I've ever seen. I swear my life on you. Please let me go along with you.
I've never seen you before.
I've seen you
It's a
before,
Magi
and I
Guard
know you're
officer.
cool.
Except my guilty.
This
Except
Magi
my
Guard
guilty.
officer.
Man, I think it's so much funnier if it's like some, it's a Magi Guard, but it's like someone that was like a
It is.
nature-obsessive dude that was like
It
researching the local Sasquatch, essentially.
It is exactly.
It's a Squatch hunter.
I am going to come up with a name for this guard, but for now his name is Guard. I'm going to come up with a name for him. I don't think you want to use that in the North Star, do you, Soma?
Like, where did you come from?
I don't. Yeah, that's why I'm so scared.
Like,
Draw the card, Soma or Ida. Go on.
I know.
What's up?
I want to, but
Do
like
it.
I feel like we're
You've gotta.
teetering.
You're
You
about
have
to
to.
go
It's really
anyway.
bad.
The
Like, it's
worst that
really
happens
bad,
is
and
we have to
use
go
them.
get you back from somewhere.
Yeah, it's a perfect way for a side quest.
Number
Ida.
6.
Twilight, you too, please.
Oh my god, this is so
The Fates. The Fates respin
shit,
the
this is
fabric of
real,
reality to save you from any situation you choose. This can reverse
What?
even a past event, and you can make the decision instantly even if the event would slay you. This intervention saves only you, not anyone else affected by the event. There's no limit on how long you can wait before using this.
Oh my god, that's so good.
Yeah.
oh my god, that's so
Soma
good.
needed it.
And now you just have that saved for when you're back.
And the car and the North Star card.
Yeah.
wow.
So,
I was about to say, someone's effectively got 2 get out of jail free calls. What?
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All right, Twilight, you gotta now. You have to complete the trilogy, the quadrology, or the fiveology, whatever.
Quintology?
Yeah, thank you.
On Ida, you can do it.
Okay.
So I
You have
like-
to if you don't want to.
You don't have to, in actual.
Yeah, in reality, you don't have to.
You know what?
There we go.
Despite me having a bad history with the equivalent of Dagomay things in 5e, it's about time that I start to make my bloody maul.
Let's go.
Let's go!
Why come on?
I think
14.
you just gained another Magi Guard.
Another
Oh my-
random guard.
Wait, yeah.
7,
called
8,
you-
9, 10,
Oh, I
11,
think-
12, 13, 14. Rogue. One NPC ally becomes filled with hatred. It immediately turns against you forever. The NPC might keep this hatred secret until an opportune moment.
No, the
Listen,
Someone
about
hates
time.
you in particular, Rita.
Oh, jeez.
it's okay.
Wait a
You have your
minute.
friends.
Wait a minute. Is it possible to use the Blade 2 story point thing to play tip this dice in some way?
Sure, I will allow that.
I will give you my story point, Twilight.
yeah. I
Like,
Take
I
it.
was about to say, if anything, I'm willing to bone my 2 remaining for this because this is my luck.
Oh, go ahead then.
okay. Like
You might want to
Well, I don't
reconsider.
Can
Oh
can I use 2 story points to rear it?
Sure.
Okay,
wait,
I'll
man.
spend the one
19.
from Cauldron, one from Bastille.
What was the
Wait,
19?
which one was 19 again?
I don't know.
You don't
I thought
wanna-
an NPC that hated
Oh.
you was really funny.
You're
yeah.
All
Like
your
the
magic
NPC,
items
much
disappear
funnier than what
imme-
19 was.
permanently.
Oh.
All your
I
magic
think I
items
would've
disappear
preferred the
permanently,
NPC.
except for the deck and any artifact of higher level than the deck.
Hence me spending my sword.
Nah.
And
Is that one?
the reroll is a number 1.
Nah.
Balance. Your alignment changes to a radically different one. If you
Oh.
fail to adhere to that alignment, I'm going to reroll that one.
That doesn't even
Oh.
work in this game.
Yeah, it's like, how does the alignment work here?
I am going to reroll that.
Ada is now an agent of law and balance, no longer chaos.
Whoa.
Number
Oh.
22.
That would be really weird.
Oh!
It would be
That's
really
funny.
weird.
That must be good, right?
Okay,
No, no, no,
I guess
no,
I
no,
know
no,
what we're
no.
all doing
Ada,
instead.
I am going to just choose a card for you.
What
I-
is
I-
22?
I'm GM fiating this. I'm just going to choose a card for you.
What was
20.
What's
What was
22?
it?
Yeah.
Your
Was
mind
it?
becomes trapped forever.
No.
That's the one where someone gets trapped in a gem.
This card is fickle,
like,
but
this
it
is why I
often
don't
throws
trust
the
the
psyche
decks.
into a
Uh,
prison. An
Ada-
Like,
object.
this is why I don't trust the decks.
Twilight knew this would happen.
So I am going to just choose a card for you, okay?
Yeah, go away.
I
Twilight.
don't think one NPC ally
Like,
just
I will
suddenly
say it
decided
until my
they
time
hated
in
Ada
this
was
world
funny.
this is why I do not trust a deck.
They just
Look, what were the chances were astronomically
Yeah, you
low
know
for
what?
those rolls.
You know what? I'm going to just reverse all the rerolls. You get the original one that you had, which is Rogue. One NPC ally becomes filled with hatred, immediately turns against you forever, and
Yeah.
they may keep that
that's-
secret. And everyone gets refunded their story points.
the guard secret against you. That would
Everyone
be funny.
who spent his story points to redraw that card for Ada, you get them back.
Oh, jeez, like somebody make a YouTube short out of this. It just
I
calls the
will.
deck of many. Yeah,
I will.
Think of many things, guys.
just the deck of many redraws.
Okay,
Now
So,
I'm going to go back.
as we
I'm going to go back to Bastille's roll here.
Oh.
Bastille rolled an occultism check to. He rolled the best roll, to be honest. He rolled 43. Everyone else was like mid 30s or 20s.
failed.
Bastille,
Yeah.
Yes.
what you rolled was actually a critical success. This is what you know. This deck is actually cursed by void magic.
Oh,
Okay.
That is why you feel compelled to draw.
Is there anything additional regarding the curse, or just this is just trying to compel people?
This is just compelling people to draw.
Do I know, as far as the deck of many things go, because usually in most worlds they're pretty rare. Like, is this like a one-of-a-kind thing? Or...
This is definitely a one-of-a-kind thing, because you've heard of rumors of it, you've heard rumors of it around, but you've never seen one. And now the magician disappears in a puff of smoke. Definitely giving you the
Xulgoth.
impression this was Xulgoth.
You can say Xulgoth. We all know it.
Did he look vaguely annoyed before he disappeared, actually?
Yes, actually. You looked a little bit annoyed because you
As
drew
Matt
better
still
than
is
you thought.
showered in gym.
He definitely looked a little bit annoyed.
The still just handed 5,000 gold.
That's so funny.
6 rings on every finger.
I mean, he was just talking about how, like, they hadn't been paid in a while, so this is good. This helps make up for that.
Yeah, it
would.
is. Yeah. So, yeah. Yes, you definitely drew way better than he thought you would.
I mean, like, Ada would have died 100%.
Could have died if
Once
I
we got
kept that one card.
Once we got that rigged deck out of here that only had 20 cards.
Yeah.
I was about to say, if anything, like, I would have either been effectively dead from that 22, I would have practically lost most of my equipment from the play anti-magic thing.
Yeah.
Because weapons and runes are considered magical.
Yeah. So... that was an interesting encounter with Xulgoth, but knowing him, this was absolutely something that he would do.
Yes.
You're probably surprised he didn't do it sooner.
No. I'm just like...
Yes, you all dodged many bullets. Many bullets. So, it is now time for the Mystimon Hunt Battle to begin.
Let's go.
So, this is towards the end of the championship games. Now is the Mystimon Hunt Battle Triathlon. All can enter. The goal of this event is for participants to head out into the wilderness and up to 10-mile range around Evergreen City. That could be the woods, that could be the ocean, that could be wherever, just within that 10-mile radius. Where you will hunt and imprint as many Mystimon as you can. For these imprinting checks, we're going to actually bring down the number of imprint points to 3 instead of 5. You have a goal to build a team of 3 Mystimon, which you will then bring to battle in a tournament afterwards. Throughout this competition region, participants will also find various spell cards, this world's version of spell scrolls. We don't have scrolls here. None of that scroll crap. We have spell cards.
We play Yu-Gi-Oh! In this.
Sure. You want to call it that?
A tribute summon.
And other items scattered about for you to collect. And in the battle tournament, only these spell cards that you collect and other consumable items can be used. You cannot use any of the spells in your repertoire or items in your inventory. You could use your normal gear equipment, but you cannot use any of the consumable items or any of the spells in your repertoire. You must use only the spell cards that you collect. Participants have a set time limit to complete this task and return to the arena for the tournament. Each hex tile is 1 mile. We're going to be using hex tiles. The ones here on the Evergreen City map.
Okay.
And let me pull that back up. Each one is 1 mile. Each tile that you land on, you roll a flat check on table 3-5. Random terrain feature from the GM core. Resources will be caches that are scattered throughout the arena. That are scattered throughout the area. Then you can make a survival check. And you can make a flat check, DC 12 for plains, DC 14 for forest, or DC 17 for aquatic. With a success, roll on the table for that terrain, and the PC encounters a random Mystimon encounter. And I also have a table here for if you find a cache. So that is the rules. Everyone can enter.
Are we using a different map or this map?
This is the Evergreen City map. So you can go to up to a 10-mile radius around the city. Each hex tile is 1 mile. So you could go to the woods area that is out here past the city limits. You can go out into the ocean if you want to take a boat out there. Or if you want to swim out there, be my guest. I wouldn't suggest it, but be my guest.
I could see Willow swimming out in the ocean. That would go fine.
Quite honestly, I would too. Quite honestly, I would too. So, perhaps I will use separate tokens for each of you if you each want to go out separately on your own, or I can also use the party token. The little magnifying glass.
Oh, okay.
If you want to stay together. If you don't want to split up 5 ways, that is totally an option. You could just go out as a party.
If anything, this is probably going to be one of the few times that Ada is actually allowed to partially wander off.
Yeah. Rat will just take off the leash and is like, go on.
Oh, it's like,
Like, I was about to say,
Be free.
like, I was about to say, like,
I don't want you anymore.
As soon as you detach the leash, like, there's just a like cartoon puff of smoke where she used to be.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Y'all to use
You
your
guys.
Mystimon.
This is
If
what
you
you're
already-
going to be missing, El.
If you already have a Mystimon, can you use that? Or no?
No.
Okay.
Essentially,
Okay.
think of this like a. Think of this like a. Guys, I can't. Now I can't remember the name of it. Think of this like from a card game tournament where you have to open a set number of packs. Usually it's like 5 or 6, and you can only use those cards to make a deck. It's essentially a little like that.
Where do you find these cards?
In caches. In caches.
Okay.
Yep.
How do you know if you find a cache?
I will let you know if you find a cache.
Okay. Like,
So I have to find
says-
table 3-5 random terrain feature.
well, it just says, if anyone wants to explore together, I'm open to that.
Yeah, that begs a
Someone
question. Are y'all
immediately hangs out with Willow.
Okay.
Soma has
Oh,
no
what?
survival skill.
All right. So
I think
I
that
have
one
brought
is
up the
one
table that we need.
survival.
The terrain type is going to depend on simply where are you on this big map. Are you out in the ocean? Or are you out in the woods? Are you out in this mountainous region over here, like the Winged Up Bluffs? Are you out there? Where you know that Ira and Koi were, at least previously. So, where are you heading off to? Where am I moving this token? Ada, you've gone off on your own, haven't you?
Pretty much.
Where are you going off?
I was about to say, if anything, probably towards kind of like a forest or whatnot that's somewhat close by. Just going wherever she thinks she might be going.
Okay.
Yeah, Bastille will be going off on his own as well.
Bastille will be going off on his own as well.
Same for
This is
Culture
fun.
for that matter.
And Culture for that. Okay. This is fun. We're splitting up, guys.
Absolutely. Same goes
Here's
for Rat and
Cauldra.
me.
I'm going to, for the ones that are going to stay together, I'm going to use the party token. So Soma is sticking with Willow.
In the hopes that Willow has survival skills that Soma does not. Soma will do her best to support.
Yes, Willow is trained in survival.
Well, we trained in survival.
So, Cauldra goes off on his own. Ada goes off on her own. Where is Rat going?
Out on his own. He's probably gonna go look in the woods for a Mucinex. A little disgusting little slime guy.
Okay.
He will be my
So
second
Rat
son.
is going to go out into the woods to look for... Are you going to stick with Willow and Soma?
I mean, if we manage to bump together, then sure. But after that, I'm leaving. I'm leaving those two nerds.
You nerds. I love it. Where's Aimee going?
Willow would be.
There's probably a
very,
bunch
very
of
nice, I think.
probably somewhere in the city. For like something like easy to get. He's not trained in like nature
Yeah,
stuff.
there are city dweller Mystimon, so you can certainly go look for city dweller Mystimon, which are like the easiest you could possibly look for.
Yep. He is trained in nothing outdoorsy.
Okay, so I will use the party token for Soma and Willow, since they are sticking together. And where
Well,
are Willow and Soma heading off to? Are you heading off to the woods? Are you staying in the city? Or are you going off out into the ocean for whatever reason?
If we want to go, I mean, we could maybe look in the grass area or see if there's like a lake. On the ocean.
Want to find a lake with a bunch of piranha?
Quackland.
Piranha could be nasty.
I was thinking
For those wondering what piranha are, think like a cross between a piranha and a flower that sits on top of
Oh,
the water.
So it's
cool.
just an aquatic piranha.
yeah. I know. I was mostly thinking of something that's like not super hard to find, but maybe ooze in the plains area.
Okay.
That's what Willow would look
Out
for.
out here on around the Winged Up Bluffs, you see Koi and Ira out there.
Oh, hello.
So I'm going to start off with Soma and Willow. Soma and Willow, we're going to roll a d20.
Oh, did we both roll a d20 or
Now,
you?
I will roll for you.
Okay.
So we roll a 14. That is a standard representation of terrain type. So that's you don't find anything really noteworthy here. Let's roll an encounter check. Hold on. You could make a survival check.
Okay.
Make a survival check.
Let's see. What will I do?
Go for it.
Please don't fail me now.
There you go. That's not bad.
31. That is a success. You successfully cover the terrain in 1 hour.
Ooh.
So I'm going to move it forward by 1 hour. So we're now going to roll a d20. See what you encounter. It is a DC 12. We are looking around the plains area. That is exactly the DC that you wanted.
Ooh.
Exactly the DC that you wanted. Let's see if I have a rollable table for this.
I'm actually low. I'm somewhere just wandering around, and Willow's just in front of Soma, just looking, just scouting ahead.
So this is interesting. These creatures are really interesting. So what jumps out of the woods out of the woods line right in front of you, Soma, is this little like creature that is like the size of a goblin, but it has this giant mask on. It is almost covering its entire body.
Interesting.
And it's got this stick that is waving around. And you can make me an occultism check to try to determine what this damn creature is.
Can Willow aid that? Or
yes, Willow can. Elle, if you are speaking, you are muted.
No, I know. I said boo at my roll.
And that is a 27 to aid. You do aid. So with the +1, that's 26. Soma, you know exactly what this is because you live in the Quadriga Islands for a long time, right? These creatures are very common in the Quadriga Islands. It is known as voodoos. And they are really interesting Mystimon. I'll just say that. Really interesting Mystimon.
What are they known for doing?
They're known for dancing a lot.
Oh, dancing.
Oh, I know the inspiration. That's so cool. I love these guys already.
I tug Willow over and go on tiptoe and whisper in their ear, "You're going to have to win a dance battle."
Willow just looks like like where's the dance battle?
Soma, you get a story point.
What is dancing? Willow's
Oh.
never heard of this.
Willow has
Willow's
never
probably
heard
never
of
heard
this.
dancing.
Yeah.
do
Interesting
you-
creatures.
Do you think this counts as a social situation, or can I use infectious enthusiasm to cheer Willow on?
Sure. Sure. Go ahead.
I clap Willow on the back and say, just, give it a little shimmy shake.
Willow just like start shaking. Willow's just attempting to shake, like this.
Roll an occultism check. Willow.
Okay.
So you're just giving this one to Willow, are you, Soma?
Yes.
Oh.
That is a 25. That is, with this creature, a success. So you gain one imprint point.
I could just imagine dancing and like a
little
Pokemon where
shimmy
you
shake
use it-
kind of
where
dance.
you
Really
dance to-
awkward.
Does it like
Okay.
mimic your dance back to you?
Yes, it does.
Well,
Yes, it does, and it uses this.
Oh.
Creatures within 10 feet must make a basic will save.
Willow's just like, you're pretty good at this dancing thing.
So Soma succeeds.
I want one.
Does Willow do that too?
Yes, Willow has to roll too. Roll a will save.
I want one. I love these little guys.
No, I love this little guy. Can I aid your next check? Aid
35.
Willow's next check.
Oh,
That
yeah.
is a critical success, so you are now immune to the effects of Tiki Dance.
Oh, well.
Yay.
Well.
Tiki Dance, Vudux's Tiki Dance. Vudux dances in a strange way, creating a rhythmic aura around it. Creatures within 10 feet must make a will save against its performance DC or become confused.
Who's just attempting to dance? They're probably thinking they look like stupid.
I love this.
They're like,
31 from Soma.
Okay.
That is a successful aid, so you get a +1. That is 29. That is a success. You gain 1 imprint point. And finally, it's going to do the Tiki Dance again. Soma has to make it.
I
Only Soma did.
have to make a save.
Yeah, only Soma because Willow is immune.
Willow's just thinking.
Congratulations, Soma. You are now immune.
Willow's just thinking.
Soma's just going, oh, they're so cute. I love them so much.
Willow's just thinking that yes, keep dancing. Keep dancing. Keep dancing.
So adorable, so cute. Interesting.
So you have two. I want to support again. I think. Hold on. I feel like I could be completely wrong, and I could be confusing this with. Yeah, I'm confusing this with a different character. I was like, I thought I had an instrument. I don't. I just have
That would have been fun.
a bunch of other stuff. So
That
I
would
could
have been
just taken out a
absolutely
little pipe and started playing some music for them. Instead, I'm just going to start singing in the background.
Make a performance check, Selma.
You want this to be a performance check?
Yes,
That's
yes.
rude. That's rude. Can I just be singing like a spooky song? Can the
You know
song
what?
be spooky and I can keep my occultism roll?
You know what? It's your last session for a while. Yes, I will allow that. 36.
I mean, if it's my last session for a while, I do think that the possibility of failure is funnier. It's a very spooky song and it's sung very poorly.
You fail to aid.
Well, it's looking at you.
Just in the
And
back.
it's like, I don't think
I
that
would have loved to actually hear you really sing.
I don't think that is helping, but keep trying doing that, I guess.
27.
Ah,
You successfully imprint Voodooks.
Let's
I
go!
think that was a failing.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Voodooks is now yours.
Yes, I
I want one.
already. You will. You
Well,
did.
now you will get your chance. I'm going to create a new
Yay! It's
journal
like I
here.
got dancing and dancing like my God.
Add a page. Willow.
Eh,
Willow has Voodooks.
God.
There we go.
It's like
Keep that there. And we're going to go up the list a little bit. We're going to go up the list, and next will be Rat.
Hi.
Where have you gone?
I am
Dare I
looking for
ask?
Musine.
You are
I
looking for
have a
Musine.
note. I've noted these things down. I'm looking for a Musine. The little like slime thing.
They're like moss oozes.
Yeah.
I'm
Looking
lost.
for that
Okay.
guy.
You're looking for a Musine. You head off into the woods. Because that's where you know they must be. And you know that moss is, I believe it's usually on the north side of the tree, right?
Yeah. Remember correctly, because they're always trying to get water or the
Yeah.
sun, something like that.
Yeah. So, you head off into the woods. First up, we're going to roll a random terrain feature. Random terrain feature. Go. 3. You find a landmark, a feature of significance, of some significance that distinguishes the hex as noteworthy. So what you find here is this. You actually find this. You actually come across this like ancient stone pillar of some kind that it has all kinds of ornate drawings on it, carvings on it, and it looks really, really, really old.
That okay. That's
If
cool.
you want, you can make a society check to try to determine some information about this thing.
Sure. I'll do that. That's
31.
9.
So you're examining this ancient stone pillar, and you actually think this is so old that it actually predates the first age. So every age is 1,000 years. So the first age was the year 1 to year 0 to year 1,000. And then the second age was 1001 up to 2000. And so on and so forth. You are in the third age. This predates even that.
Whoa.
So this predates actually written historical account. to
Hey.
possibly the days when the Fae first arrived in Olympus.
What? That's cool.
So, next, make a survival check.
This is at a -1, so this is gonna be fun.
Yes, it is. 16,
Hey,
15.
not bad. Not bad.
Not terrible. Not terrible. But this was a normal DC that is leveled for your level.
Yeah, it's not that bad.
You go around in
Miles.
circles multiple times and find yourself lost. It takes you 4 hours to cover the terrain. So
Shame.
by the time you cover the terrain, it is like it is in the afternoon.
Oh, it's like most of my time gone.
Yeah, a lot of your time gone. So that was that was what we call a fail forward. You failed. You critically failed. But it just takes you way longer than anyone else. So let's roll. Since this is a forest, let's roll our DC 14 encounter roll.
Give me my slime. Give me my slime. Come on, give me my
4.
slime. That's a
You
4.
find nothing.
Are you
it has
kidding
to
me?
be it has to be DC 14. It was a flat check, DC 14. You find
That's
absolutely
so sad.
nothing. I am
That's
sorry.
so sad.
I am sorry. So, next we're going to go to Aimee. Aimee, you went into the city.
Yeah.
So, Shadow plays 2 characters, Aimee and Rat. And Binary plays 2 characters, Bastille and Coldra. So, they do this entirely of their own volition. I didn't force them to do it or anything. They do this entirely of their own volition.
Yeah.
So, Aimee.
Hey, you say it's wild, we do it. I say it's wild, we're allowed to do it. So
Yeah, same. Yeah, I'm like, oh, okay.
Random terrain feature. Let's see. It is standard. A standard representation of a city. It's a standard representation of a city. Please, roll me a survival check. Is Aimee any better at it than Rat?
Yeah, he's way better at him at a +3. Yeah, see? Way better. Smiles.
It's still
I was about to say, battle modifiers doesn't prevent
so
dice slot from bringing
you
it
get
low.
completely lost in the city. Actually, you know what? This isn't a survival check. This is a society check. Because you're trying to find your way around a city, so you're trying to
He's good at those.
yeah. Make it a society check.
You're the best. You will
I
find $20 under. You'll find 20. You will find the money in your next mail.
Wow. I do not take bribes.
I do.
Well, that's you.
I just want to be clear for anyone listening, I take bribes. I can't afford not to.
So it's a failure instead of a critical failure.
Thank you.
You get turned around a couple of times, causing you to have to double back, costing you some time. It takes you 2 hours to cover this terrain. So now, go ahead, you make the flat check for your encounter.
You know what, Soma? I'm joining you. This is my last session.
One.
This is my last session.
Nothing.
This is my last session.
No. Jousting.
I mean, I guess if you don't want to know what's the deal with all those ghosts and masks.
Yeah. I'm just joking. I've been so unlucky.
You got 2 comments for potential level up.
Yeah. You got 2 comic cards. Come on.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So
Yeah, fair enough.
no encounter for you. We're going to move on to Ada. Hi. Ada, where are you heading off to? Are you heading off to the plains area around the Wingnut Bluffs? Are you heading off into the woods? Are you heading off into the ocean for some bizarre reason? That's totally an option. But
I
I
would
don't
more likely
recommend
say that
swimming.
she's heading towards the plains.
You're heading towards the plains area of the Wingnut Bluffs. Okay.
Yeah, I would say roughly like about here, give or take.
You come across Kawhi and Ira. They wave. And we're going to make a roll for the random terrain feature. Hopefully you roll better. And this is a 6, and that is secret. The hex contains a secret the party uncovers upon exploring the hex. It is a secret. It is a secret that even Koi and Ira, who have been out here spending so much time, completely missed.
I was about to say, sometimes it just takes the right pair of eyes to probably see it.
Sometimes you just gotta be lucky.
So, if anything, how much about bet that Ada found it just like tripping over it if it was something small?
So, what you find... what you find is covered under this like layer of foliage. You find this stone tile, and on it is drawn this cross. It looks like a cross, but each of the tips of each of the tips has other tips that flare out, and they flare out into a spiral. So if you were to look up the Templar cross, the Knights Templar cross, it's a lot like that, except that each tip spirals out. Sorry, headphone users, I hit my microphone.
Oh.
And you can make me a society check.
Oh, this is my bloody specialty.
Alrighty then.
Admittedly, that was kind of the vibe I was going for. Anyway, so is this to identify magic or decipher writing?
No.
Yeah, okay, I was just making sure that please you up didn't go off here. And that is a 6 on the
28.
dice. I think I'm actually gonna go ahead and hero point that because
Story point.
story point.
Go for it. Go for it. We have only minutes left in the session anyways, and that is a 42. That is a 42. Because of stuff. Because we have a house roll activated. So 42, that is a critical success. And you immediately identified this cross as being from the Elvara Templar. The
Elvara?
Elvara Templar were a religious sect that predated the First Age. Apparently, back before the First Age, back before Evergreen City was even established, there was a kingdom here where Evergreen City now stands. And that kingdom was called the Elvaran Kingdom. And you recall reading really obscure texts speaking of the Elvara Templar, this religious sect that would travel across the world. They were crusading across the world, spreading their religion. And you also know that some of the old gods, pantheon, actually came from that pantheon. They actually came from the Elvaran Kingdom. So that is a really amazing secret that you have discovered here.
Good.
Make me a survival check.
And now this, I do not expect to pull off, because even with untrained improvisation, it is only a plus 15.
25.
Well, you just...
It is still a failure. Not terrible, though. You get turned around a couple of times, causing you to have to double back and costing you time. It takes you 2 hours to cover the terrain. So, roll a flat 1d20. A flat check is a 1d20 without any modifiers. That is a 4. You don't find anything.
I at least found the secret.
Yes, you found a really interesting secret.
Yeah.
And I am so glad that I got to actually introduce some of the world building that I've been working on behind the scenes right here in this session for Elle to actually experience firsthand.
Wow.
This is
all of that because Ada tripped over what seemed like an outsticking lock.
yeah. You literally tripped over it. So, but still,
Yes.
hi.
Hello.
Which terrain are you heading out to? Are you heading out to the plains? Are you going into the city? Are you going out to the woods? Or are you taking a boat out to the ocean or swimming out there? Even though I really would not recommend that.
I'm going out this direction, which way this way is. You'll see Bastille right over here.
That is going to be the woods.
And specifically, I'm taking Van Prawl to the skies. We going from an aerial view to look for any bigger Mystimon.
Okay. So, I'm going to roll a random terrain feature. That is a landmark. A feature of some significance that distinguishes the hex as noteworthy. You find another one of those strange ancient stone pillars out there. Really interesting.
Yeah. Shame he knows nothing about that, and that's not of what they're looking for. Where's those Mystimon at?
Make me a survival check.
Would I potentially be able to be perception since I'm from the air? It's like navigating the forest.
Sure, I'll make it perception. Not trained in survival?
No, it'd be just a +12 for survival. Now, either way, I do have life sense, so that might help. But
Right.
As well as only one trained in survival.
So roll your check.
rolling it currently.
20. It's a failure. You get turned
Yeah,
around a couple of times, causing you to have
Yeah.
to double back.
I was
It
gonna
takes
say
you
I'm
2
gonna
hours.
spend a story point on that.
Okay.
Since we're
That's
about
fair.
to.
Use them or lose them, and that's even worse.
But
It's... You know what? I'll hand it to you. This is a success. You cover the terrain in 1 hour. And... So it took you about up to around 10 a.m. Rat was out there for up until around the afternoon. Go ahead. Roll your flat 1d20 encounter roll. Four. You don't find anything.
Oh.
boring.
So, Coldra. Where is he heading off to?
Let's see here. I think because you said they can be found in the city too.
Yes.
He is using his incredible athletic and acrobatic skills to like just cross building rooftops while looking.
Alrighty then. Okay, so I am going to roll a random terrain feature. And this is just a standard building. Nothing special about it.
Fair enough.
So, roll, in this case, society.
Out of those. I mean, he's actually better at those than survival, so.
31. That is a success. You cover the terrain in 1 hour.
Roll D20.
Yep. 12. Boop, boop, boop. Another Voodooks. Nobody knows why there's a Voodooks in the middle of the city, but there is.
I love these guys.
Might as well try.
Go for it.
Cultism?
Yes.
He is going to go ahead and activate his go into a daydream trance. He can just kind of do that whenever, because while he's in a daydream trance, he can basically do reroll. So it's real good for skill check situations.
Okay.
Using Vision of Foresight. So, which, there it is for your reference. Takes one action,
You
but
use
then
your daydreams to predict the success of actions, rapidly envisioning the possibilities. Once before the end of your turn, you can call upon these predictions before rolling a save or skill check. And you can roll the save or skill check twice and take the better result.
Yeah, so he's going to be doing that for each of these checks.
So you basically roll with fortune, which is fortune and misfortune is basically advantage and disadvantage in Pathfinder 2e. Not as common in Pathfinder 2e.
Yeah, meanwhile, I did not realize that I myself had vision of foresight as well. I just forgot that I had it.
It's so good. It's so good.
30. So, 30, you succeed. You gain an imprint point.
Woo.
And make a will save. It's dancing.
He's dancing. He's dancing.
Dukes are awesome.
I love them. I want
30.
one.
That is a critical success. You're immune. It's not going to stop you from dancing.
I'm not trying to stop it from dancing.
Absolutely. So,
Next occultism check.
they're both the same.
They certainly are.
They succeed.
Hey! That's 3 successes.
Imprint point. That is 2 imprint points for you.
Did I not critically succeed the first one? I don't know why I thought I did, but...
No, you didn't.
Okay. Then one more, I mean, I assume... I can't will save again, so I'm good on that.
Yeah, you're good on that.
There we go.
33, that is a critical success. You gain 2 imprint points, and you imprint the Voodoos.
So yeah, I think Kuldra, is truly just, scaling rooftops, jumping across them, looking around, turns, sees this dancing creature, just suddenly it's squints a bit. It tries to get him to dance, and he just, doesn't move at all. But he slowly holds out a hand to give it a raised platform to dance upon.
That's adorable.
So adorable. So awesome.
And then, it just climbs up onto his shoulder and continues dancing.
And I am going to give one more shot to Willow and Soma. Where are you heading off
Good
to
luck.
this time?
Well, it's where do you want to head off to?
Where do you think? I don't really know where we are right now.
You're
I
at
will
the
follow
Wingnut
your
Bluffs.
Oh, we are?
You can see Kawhi and Ira over there.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know. Do you know if there are Mystimon in this area?
Besides the one that we just saw, I'm assuming so.
Probably in the woods. Probably in the water.
Look in the woods or water.
I don't recommend swimming.
Like,
Can we go down to the beach, look for some crabs?
Sure.
For
Absolutely.
crab?
Go ahead. Go ahead. Absolutely. You go.
Go beach combing?
You
yeah.
find a little path down from the bluffs down to the beach, and you do a little beach combing.
Some seals.
Going.
Let's roll
Or the
random trade feature.
Yeah.
the shark guy that burrows.
Hammerocks.
Hammerocks.
1. It is a landmark. And you
A
find
landmark.
another one of those strange pillars. Really
What is
ancient pillars. And Soma can roll a society check to recall knowledge about it.
What is that? Mullah's just looking at it like, what is that?
Yeah, Willow
Never
has no
seen-
idea what it is.
Like, I've never seen this before. So
Soma-
strange.
You've read stories about there being a kingdom that once stood here where Evergreen City is now. In the ancient past. And you think this might be a part of it. And now, roll survival.
Survival.
That's you, Willow.
It's me.
Yep.
Well, got this.
You got this. You totally got this. Totally got this.
Yeah.
Use a story point. I strongly suggest you use a story point.
Oh yeah. What do I do?
I will do it. Reroll using a story point.
Okay.
Much better. Much better.
Yay.
It takes you 1 hour to cover the terrain. And now we will have Soma, you make the flat 1d20 check. This is going to be aquatic.
One.
You don't find anything, sadly.
We pick up a nice smooth rock and we head back up the bluffs.
Yeah.
They're probably just all hiding.
Yep.
Well, it's just like
It's
looking
only been
down.
like 2 days since a big dragon landed on here, so maybe they're all still a little scared.
They all got so.
Yeah. And Selma, actually, suddenly you look up as you're heading up this path back up to the bluffs. You look up and you see Galaclone flying straight towards you.
Ah.
And it looks like it is being chased by a huge beast, a huge black dragon that you know is Croson.
I knew it! I knew it!
And as Galaclone begins to approach you, Soma, Croson breaks off, roaring, and turns around.
Well,
And Galaclone lands on the bluff directly before you, Soma.
well, they're like, oh my,
And
whoa, what is that?
It grunts
What
and
is
growls
that?
at you.
Well, it's like, where did that come from?
I
Fine.
kind of reach out gently, kind of try and pet a big claw / nose, whatever I can reach. I don't actually know what I can reach from standing on the ground.
You could probably touch its like blunt snout
But it's just like, be
because
careful.
it has a really long neck. So
Be careful.
does it seem does it seem hurt at all?
it seems like it has a few like acid burns on its wings, but nothing major.
I am gonna cast a little Gaia's blessing on him then.
All right. You cast a little Guy's blessing. You heal up those wounds. And make me let's see. What?
Do you know this beast? It seemed to know you. That's what Willow's like. He seems to have known you.
Yeah, Willow's a little confused. She doesn't. They don't know why this beast seems to know you.
Anyway.
Why this dragon seems to know you. Soma, you can make me a nature check.
Would Willow be able
Make
to do, like,
roll that with a story point.
would
Re-roll that
Willow
with a
be
story
able
point.
to, like, do something to see if
I was going to say,
to
there.
see if they
I'm
know,
wearing
like,
wool socks. Sorry, Ducky. What were you saying?
oh, I was just wondering, would Bruno be able to make some kind of check to see if they know, like, to make a, like, connection, see, like, why they know some,
Not much better.
That much better. You know what?
How
I'm going to
much
add a plus 10
I
to
think
that.
I think the it
going-
wasn't it wasn't isn't doesn't that only work if it's lower? I feel like there's
you know what? I'm doing GM's fiat again. I'm
This is
adding a
fine.
plus 10. That is a
Like, it would be
29.
funny.
That is 29.
Well, plus
You
16
succeed on the first check to imprint Galaclone.
There's
And
probably like a moment where like there's a little bit of static. Galaclone's like, "Hey, don't do that."
yeah,
Well,
it grunts slightly for a little bit, and then
Well,
it moves its head, its snout right into your hand and starts petting you. And you make a connection with it.
it's just like, so. Willow's like confused but in awe. They're like, oh,
Do you want
So-
to explain to Willow?
they're like,
I-
oh. It was
This
like,
is Galaclone. This is the Dragon Lord of Wind.
sure can.
I think we were supposed to meet before.
That sounds important. It's like, well, it's just like, so it's fate. Kind.
Yes, it is.
Could Rolla do like I don't know, aid for like the nature check to help with the nature check?
Sure.
Okay.
Sure. It could help boost up that check a little bit.
Okay.
Roll the nature check. 28. You succeed to aid. So that goes from 29 to 30. So you make a little bit of a connection with Galaclone. And your eyes meet. And you feel a bond beginning to form with it. Soma. And then it lifts off as it growls and roars, and somehow you understand what it is trying to say. You understand that it is trying to say that Croson means to destroy you.
I knew it.
It is
So it's
warning
like,
you.
Yeah, seems pretty angry.
Vindication.
Vindication, finally. And for the last time for Elle, at least for now, to be continued. Next time on Mystimon Saga Hidden Archives. If you enjoyed today's show, how about you do us a favor and drop us a like and a comment, and maybe consider subscribing or following. you could also, we would also love for you to join our community of fans on our Discord. You can find our link on our channel. Catch our next episode live in 2 weeks on Thursday, or catch us on our podcast that will be launching this summer. Thank you, and we will see you next time. And Elle, thank you once again for everything, for all of your contributions to this world, for all of your contributions to this campaign. And when you can, you are more than welcome back. We will welcome you back with open arms.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody.
I mean,
You better come
the
back.
session room
And
might be on fire when you come back, but it's not my fault.
Probably.
And I am
Let this
looking
be a
forward.
Yeah,
If
well,
you don't come back by the end of this campaign, I'll
Wow.
put Selma's Ghost in Bastille too.
oh no.
Just the full spiritual rebel.
Elle, I am looking forward to continuing to work on this world and making it all that it can be with you behind the scenes.
Ah, burn. That poor pizza guy.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you. And we will see you next time. And once again, thank you, Elle. And
Thank
that
you.
is the end of the
It
recording.
shields. Wow.
Thank you, everyone who has watched us. In fact, one of our viewers who actually chatted a couple of times is someone that we are in discussions with possibly bringing on to fill Elle's seat.
Why?
Hey, Ruben, what?
Cool.
She is a really good friend of mine. Her name is Maritime Kitty. Her username is Maritime Kitty.
I was gonna say, that's one hell of a name. That
That
was like the full
Like, is
actual
that your
name.
government name?
The full league.
Her
I was
username is
about to say-
Legal
Maritime
name.
Kitty. I of course know her by a different name. I of course know her by her first name. And
Maritime, yes.
Like I was about to say, if anything, like I am very lucky that I'm not listening to. Like, I'm just glad that my government name isn't my Discord name, because otherwise it would just be Twilight Sunset.
Yeah, My Little Pony name.
so, yeah, we are in talks of bringing her on to fill Elle's seat. But she is in actually the Atlantic time zone, which is 1 hour ahead of Eastern, because she lives in the far eastern portion of Canada.
No.
Nice.
Hey, we can start making Canadian
So
jokes.
because of that, I wanted to talk to you guys about maybe moving the start time back by an hour or two, possibly to 4 or 5 p.m. Pacific, if that will work for everyone.
Ahead or behind?
Behind to 4 or 5 p.m. Pacific. Right now it's 6.
That would be 7 p.m. EST.
It's
think-
12 o'clock my time, so let me see.
I mean, quite frankly, the earlier the better for me. So
12:17
Yeah,
currently.
like, I'm hopefully fine with knocking it back a few hours.
because currently, I work a very early shift, so
Right.
the earlier the better just
Yeah.
means I potentially don't have to nap before game.
Right. So I don't have to.
Wait, what is it-
I don't have to send goblins to try to wake you.
and generally for me, just Oreo means that it will probably involve kind of less fucking about with my own schedule and whatnot, because
Yeah.
my family tends to be a bit spontaneous with it.
Yeah. So, Shadow, will that work for you?
Let me see. I gotta check out. So it's like 2 hours ahead. We start 9 my time.
Behind.
Oh, behind. Oh, that means I have to
Behind,
stay up
behind.
to like 1 o'clock, right?
No, behind.
No.
Behind.
No,
So-
instead of starting
so
at
the
9
game-
your time, it
here.
would start at 7 your time.
The game will start earlier. For
Yes.
layman's
Yeah, okay.
terms.
Earlier.
Okay, no, I was really confused. I was like, ahead,
Let's just use
behind.
the simplest word
No.
possible.
If somebody said ahead,
earlier.
somebody said behind. I'm like, okay.
No.
I'll be fine.
Yeah,
Earlier.
The
earlier.
game is not starting at 10 p.m.
Is what my man was thinking of, just above, below.
Like no.
Dude, if I had to like stay up till 1 o'clock and then stay up till 3 o'clock at night to play this game, I'm like, you know what? Let's go, locked in. I'll be really gone. But
I mean,
Yeah.
You're not really gone
I
currently?
I did used to be in play D&D
So-
games, so I would be up until like 1.
So it sounds like everyone is okay with moving it back to 4 p.m.
Yeah, so 2
but-
hours backwards.
Yeah.
2 hours earlier. For everyone's
Yes, 2 hours
layman's
earlier.
terms.
Yeah.
Respect the time.
2 hours earlier.
7 p.m. EST. For those not in Pacific.
I don't know
time.
if Maritime is still watching. If she's not, I'll go give her a message, let her know.
I thought
And
she was in
we
the game for
it should work for you. It should work for her. We also wanted to run another game possibly next week to help introduce her and everything.
Oh, okay. Another game. It's like the finale all over.
Yeah, or the premiere.
The premiere. Yeah.
yeah.
So, Elle, I believe you have to head off to bed.
Night.
Yep. Have a great night,
It's
everybody.
been
and
an honor,
thank
Elle.
you.
Goodbye.
Good night,
Good
Elle.
luck.
Good night,
Yeah,
Elle.
and
And
maybe
we'll
thank
see
you,
you soon.
thank you for everything.
But just so much. Chill.
Thank you.
Soma
Listen,
will still
Elle.
be around. I'm keeping her around,
You do not
and I will
Good.
take good care of
That's a
her.
secondary demon.
I will make sure that
Yep.
no one that no
kill my
one tries to
character.
kill her or anything. I won't let
Hey.
anyone.
Frozen.
Only
The
if
only
we-
the only person after her right now is just the Dragon Lord of Death. That's fine.
We'll try their
Hey.
best to
What?
protect
What you? Okay.
Or
Listen.
Xulgoth, you mean?
Listen. Wait a minute. I still have that comic card, so I can take him, Chief. I can take him, Chief.
Yeah, I was about
That
to say,
comic
Have a
card is
great
only
night,
for low
everybody, and thanks for
threats.
everything.
Thanks
Yeah.
you. Thank
Yeah.
you.
You.
Thank
Good
you
night.
for
Good
chilling.
night.
and
Well,
I was
try
about
their
to say,
best to
like,
some-
both of your characters drew comic. Maybe if you manage to solo the next time with either of your characters, they can have for the next level up.
I believe in them.
Does that?
So,
I wonder if that would mean we all level up though.
Well, your thing was supposed to be for your character, but Seth made it.
I know. That's why I'm wondering.
Yeah, listen. If you guys let Ame and Rat take on the next encounters by themselves, we're leveling up, like 100%.
All right. Well, you
Just
better
hopefully
you better ready yourself.
I
Just
got no.
hopefully you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
I know what I'm doing 100% of the time. Smiles.
You say that now, Wag, but the dice gods have their ways.
Like, are you sure about that?
And I would know. I'm practically their ambassador.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, no joke with me and like Pathfinder. I don't roll dice, I just flip coins. And that just determines how good
I just like to think that the light guard was following Willow and Summer around the whole time. Basically, while they were like looking at, and the like
This
land,
goddess essentially
had
full
a
of
random- they just had a random. Willow just had a random guard like following them.
like I was about to say, like just the bloody random god that's just following Willow around is just effectively adding up.
Like,
What? Have that guard be a Mystimon for Willow. It would be really funny.
That would be funny. It's like, you're not a person, you're secretly a Mystimon in disguise.
It's like a Latios situation.
Jeez, and it's like, nonetheless, I'm gonna be heading off for the night.
Yep.
I gotta
Good
get
night.
some rest.
Yep.
Yikes.
Good night.
Easy, Twilight.
Good night.
Thanks for running, Seth.
Absolutely.
Had a lot of fun.
It was fun.
Yep. Absolutely.
I enjoyed the dancing.
I need
I
it for
had to
dudes.
make this as special as possible for Elle.
Yeah.
Yes.
And honestly, it was the luck of the draw that it pulled out Voodooks twice.
Yeah, those little guys are funny. I love them.
I love them too.
Yeah.
It's a shame someone's leaving, because, like, with imprinting the dragon right now, that'd be one hell of a pull for the tournament.
Dude,
It totally
I
would.
would just instantly give up. Like,
But-
all right.
Soma has some ways to go into imprinting Galaclone. I'll tell you that. She has the ways to go.
Yeah.
Crystal does too. Crystal does too with Film Drone.
Imprinting a dragon god work.
Dragon Lord, yeah.
Dragon Lord.
It
is that
is-
like different from
Yes,
regular
it is very
Mystimon?
complex. It's more of like a challenge that she's going to have similar encounters like that with Galaclone in the future. It's not a regular imprinting check.
See.
It's basically one of her trials as a guardian. And if she succeeds, she will move up a tier on the mythic tiers.
Yeah, cool. Milla's just standing there, like, confused, but also, like, impressed. Like,
Yeah.
We already ended the game, Willow.
no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I have got to head off to go to the store with my dad.
Sure.
Oh, nice.
So,
Good night.
Take it easy, man.
yep, you too. And I'm going to end the stream here. I told you, I'm running these streams now is basically a hangout. And I just do the recording in the middle of it for the game session. And I might record other bits of the discussion before and after.
Yeah.
Like I would love to have a discussion with you guys at some point with how you feel about the Necromancer and the Runesmith, particularly the Necromancer, now that you have Mystia casting instead of the standard Pathfinder rules. I would love to have a discussion about that.
That's fair, but I mean, like, I don't think there's gonna be much to say beyond, yeah, I like having more magic to be able to cast. Because, like,
Yeah.
that's what it boils down to is, yeah, I like having more magic to be able to cast. Like, the prepared spell casting thing, the way Pathfinder does prepared spell casting, of the choosing a spell and then the amount of times you can cast that specific spell is truly the thing I hate the most about Pathfinder. So, like, there's no comparison.
So you don't like, you're one of those who does not like Vancian casting.
Like, I like prepared casting on its own in the like way that D&D does it. I much prefer, in which like choosing from a spell list of like a bunch of things and then like having a set number of spells, but then you can use any of your spell slots to cast them. I am much more fine with that than the, hey, if I want to cast the Talking Corpse spell twice in a day, I have to take 2 of my prepared slots to cast it twice in a day. I feel like they need to be giving the prepared casters a lot more slots if they're going to limit it down like that.
Right.
There's a
Just having
huge
2 for each level just seems like a huge, like, especially since Necromancer, much like Wizard, has a spell book to choose from and not their entire spell list. That again works against them because then they have to also be adding these spells to their spell book. And I feel like there should be more options if you're going to have a listed book of spells rather than access to any spell from your spell list.
Right.
On top of the other requirements as is.
Right.
Yeah, that is fair.
There's a lot of people
It's
who
like-
have their own opinions about Vancian casting. Vancian casting is itself a little bit of a controversy in the Pathfinder community.
Yeah, Wizard and
Yeah.
D&D is my favorite class to play. So, like, I have no problem with adding spells to a spellbook and preparing. It's just the way Pathfinder does it is truly the bane of existence, which I get
Yeah.
is like a holdover from the 3.5 to Pathfinder 1e and then Pathfinder 1e to 2e. But I really wish it would all be.
Yeah, fair enough. I think half the reasons because in 1E, like if you don't like casters were so stronger than marshals, like that like the best way to make like even if you're a marshal, you would multi-class into some casting for dips so that way you could have the benefits of that. Because casting in 1E was so strong. So
But
they
that
just wanted to
doesn't
like get away
solve
from it.
that issue because, like, it's not like spontaneous casting or the other forms of casting change drastically.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think they
And also,
like,
that was a limit in 1E as well. That was the
Yeah.
same way prepared spell casting was handled then, so that doesn't change that at all.
oh yeah, definitely. I think they just hit like the nail way too hard and shattered the wall.
Yeah. Prepared is the for 2E, so yeah, I don't know how much discussion I can give you beyond that because truly the bane of my existence is preparing spells in Pathfinder.
And
If
Misty casting
Necromancer,
is just significantly better.
yeah, if Necromancer wasn't going to change over, I might have play tested it, but I don't know if I would have kept Bastille.
Yeah.
That's how much I hate preparing.
Right. So that's a nice discussion. I think I'm going to highlight that on Twitch. I did press the record button. Unfortunately, I will highlight it on Twitch and I'll put it up on YouTube later.
Fair enough. Can always pull the audio from one of those. Sorry, I just didn't think it would be like a full thing that needed a discussion. So it was like tangent.
Yeah,
I mean, hey man.
I mean, the reason I really wanted to have a discussion about it is because I think there would be a lot of people who would be interested in your opinions on that, and particularly in this case, Vancian casting has a lot of controversy around it. A lot of people hate it, and prepared casting in particular, a lot of people hate it. You're not the only one. I've heard these complaints from a ton of people on Reddit.
Yeah, prepared's just like, I don't know, could be on because obviously they don't want to copy from D&D. So like, I get why they can't just then go to the way that D&D does prepared casting.
I mean, there
Weren't
is
they
a class
built, like,
in 1E.
off D&D Pathfinder, like 2E or something.
So Pathfinder 1E took a lot of inspiration from 3.5 because of this whole like copyright thing that was going on with 3.5 at the time. That's what spawned the existence of 1E.
Yeah, and Wizards obviously did not learn their lesson.
Correct.
Yeah.
Because
they tried it again a couple of years ago.
It's just 2 or 3 years ago, almost the exact same situation happened.
Wizards never learned their lesson. They did it again.
in a mass player exodus, 2 games like Pathfinder happened at that time.
Yeah.
Like,
So
it's truly, but
and I'm also seeing a lot of vitriol and like just hate towards 5.5. It's the same
Yeah.
thing all over again. Wizards, what are you doing? This is your fault.
Yeah.
This is your fault.
True.
I think prepared casting, the best way I can think of making it work comparative to, because like obviously, some casters like sorcerer, things like that, once they have their spells, those are their set spells. I think the best way I can think of to make prepared work and make it actually seem like you're prepared is if you, whether you have a spell book or like the cleric, you pull from the entire spell list. It's a case where you just have a number of slots, like they already get less as it is, so you have those number of slots of each level, and you just don't have a spell list. You instead choose your spell for like as a prepared spell when you've casted it in that day.
I believe that's what they try to do with the focus spells, because wizards have access to focus spells now.
Yeah, and Necromancer has some focus spells as well, but those focus spells are set and based on like what features you pick and things like that.
Yeah.
But I think like just making your base spell list, like for Wizard and Necromancer, it works real well because they still have their spell book as is. You have your spell book, you have this entire compilation of spells, but you don't choose which spells are in the list of ones that you can cast that day until the moment you cast that spell. Then that's on your known list for the day. It can't be changed, and you just have a set amount of ones you can add to the known list a day. That helps. It gives you a better feeling of being prepared for a situation without necessarily having to always know what's coming for the day to prepare for that situation.
It's hard to prepare for something if you don't know what'll happen.
Correct.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm not a game designer, so that's why obvious. There's probably issues with that, but that's the best substitute I can think of off the very top of my head out of nowhere.
Yeah, I'm going to highlight this and then download the highlight because, you know, Twitch is actually deleting highlights now. Yeah, you have a certain amount of like storage, I guess, for highlights and everything. And now apparently they're not touching clips, but they're touching highlights. So now
granted, I do think that's like 100 gigabytes or something like that. So
yeah.
But yeah, saving it is still better safe than sorry.
Yeah, I'll go ahead highlight this whole thing later and download it and edit it some in DaVinci Resolve and put it up on YouTube.
Okay.
And
Nice.
make a podcast version of it too for a discussion type bonus episode.
Nice.
Yeah.
You're giving me a lot of content for the podcast.
Because that's what this world needs more of. Just a couple guys in a room sitting around talking about shit.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what we needed more podcasts of.
Especially for Pathfinder.
Especially for Pathfinder, yeah. Paizo needs to it needs to see this, they need to hear this and maybe take heed.
Yeah.
Credit where credit's due. Hello from the Magic Tavern. You at least did something interesting by making it a random guy from Chicago that's in fact interviewing fantastical creatures in another world.
That would be interesting. Going and having
That's
an
an
interview
actual
with
podcast.
Croson.
Yeah.
Hey, Croson, why do you want to destroy all life?
Genuinely
wanna
what
bring
some
death.
of the episodes are like. So one of the, the two main other interviewers with him are Chunt the Talking Chipmunk and Usador Mazas the Wizard, who has a whole bunch of names.
Nice.
All right.
Yeah, let me. Usador's introduction is. Where is it? Because it's Usador, wizard of the 12th realm of Ephesius, master of light and shadow, manipulator of magical delights, devourer of chaos, champion of the great halls of Tarakas. The elves know me as Feeling Yalak. The dwarves know me as Sonan Hustanges. And I'm also known as the Northeast as Galmunius Maestar. And there are other many secret names that you might not know, like Toby LaRoe or the Turtles, who know me as Blue Turtle.
That's nice.
All right. I am going to end the stream here. Nice discussion. Goodbye, everyone, and the stream.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for watching. Please drop us a follow, some likes, whatever. Thank you. Good night.
Bye-bye.
See you again.